The question is, are there play-offs to finals, or is it just top round and play-offs? You got a great...
Yeah.
So I guess 5 and 6 would.
They do need to play off. But would they play off for the
do a quick interview with Harry?
Quick mic chat.
Quick mic chat.
You ace.
1 2 1 2. Harry, need to talk to you about timings. Can we have a quick interview?
Yes.
Do you want to do it now?
I don't want to talk about time. Let's talk about this something else.
Just talk about good things instead. Really, really quickly. Let me know when you're ready. Oh, this is live now.
Yeah, this is live now. Oh, hang on. I've got YouTube playing in my pocket.
Timings first. So let's not do this now. I'll talk to you in a second because I need to work out what we're doing. What I'd like to do.
Yeah.
Nathan, you right with that?
What's that?
That we do 3 or 4 holes of FPO,
Yeah.
and then circle back round and do the whole of MPO, but do MPO properly.
Yeah, sounds good.
Why it would be a problem is if FPO aren't okay with it, because I did say on the website that it was going to be a schedule.
I mean, if that's the case, then it's okay.
Live stream there.
No, I don't. Sort yourselves out, get everything sorted, and then I'll do, because as soon as we start interviewing, we're Just think about it, as soon as we start talking, you're going to have to keep talking, aren't you? As soon as we start talking.
Yeah, no, I was
my phone has lost all connectivity. Don't know why. I turned it off and on again.
I mean, that's what I
No, it is still. Yeah, that would be what I did. Is it live with sound or is it just
nice, everyone else made up.
Can you flash an image up there just saying?
That's what made me smile so much. I couldn't see.
Oh, you were a chipper boy.
Yeah, I was. This is me hanging up in the sun.
I'm ready for it. Fuck off. I genuinely think I might be top 3.
You're 1 off the 5.
No, that's not even close.
waiting on.
Okay, cool. I need to sit down with Noah properly. He's going to come down and stay with us for Isaac Cup. Cool. So we'll have a check on what I should put in the speech in there.
I've actually got to put up one for a week.
Well, it's going to be... Oh yeah, well that's fine. I'm not worried. A few days here and there. I enjoy the company for a few days at a time. I'm a little bit apprehensive about travelling Europe with them for a month.
Yeah, but don't expect him to be small.
No, I've travelled with them enough to know that that's not going to happen. It's more the... I'm going to plan to work Monday through Wednesday. I know how we can get there.
Yeah, that's right. £3. £2.
Fifth and sixth are like the exact same money.
£2.
But one gets to stay and this development.
Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing you're playing.
Only the top 5 is actually playing the final round.
Top 5 play, top 6 get paid. You have a play in 2 times.
We're not going to get to play anyway.
One is that's what you play. I thought
Sure, on my way now. Right, Nathan, I'm down there, yeah? Okay. Thank you.
He's done it many times.
Everything they've got, I've now got the 5 boxes. Well, nearly everything. Not quite everything, but most of the stuff. So like.
Shall we?
Yeah, let's go.
Hello everybody and welcome to British Championships from Longford Park in Manchester. We're here, we're starting to get into the coverage now. We've actually just got a playoff now between Josh Birmingham and Daniel Adelie, who are playing off the MPO final card, which we'll be picking up in about an hour's time. That will be going out. In the meantime, we're going to be filming all the cards that play in the finals off from here, and then following the MPO card round for the rest of the day. So we are now just going to be talking to you from the course. So on team now, we've got Ace Disc Golf's Josh Birmingham, who's very used to having a camera on him. He's been on Central Coast Disc Golf back at Quarry Park, and also over in the States in, I always forget this one, Georgia or Alabama, one of the two. Which one is it? Georgia. Georgia. I'll get it right one of these days. He's been on the Boomtown cameras there a couple of times now, is that right? Yeah. Yes. So Josh will be playing off against Daniel from Glasgow. And yeah, you guys ready to go? Absolutely. See you play. Catch down and play Stanley Ring.
Do you know who's first? Is that
I
round?
don't know. It'll be last birdie. So whoever birdied 18.
I birdied 18.
You're up first.
You didn't birdie 18?
He's obviously got his personal rangefinder out. He's reached for the nuke, and he's got this golf nuke in the hand. It's his hole 1 on the blue course that we're playing off on.
I can't remember where the basket is.
It's a bit hard on film. All right.
Yeah, Josh. Money. Yeah, Josh. Baby. I'm good. Great shot, Josh.
Placings on there in a minute.
Your camera, that's not working at the moment.
Was it working at all?
It stopped halfway through.
So it was working for a bit. Too far away.
Yeah, I think 18. I'm going at 18.
Hello there. I think you may have just lost us on the microphone for a minute. Just died at the wrong time there. So he's pushed actually on that hole. Josh was actually long in basket by about 6 metres to make a comebacker, and Daniel's really taken a beautiful roll on from landing just shy of the tree. And rolled all the way under, so he was all the way there for the birdie. So we're moving on to hole 2 now on this playoff. We're going to play around until we get a winner, and then we'll be going back to see, I think MA4 card goes off the tee first. So we'll be bringing you the first holes of all the different divisions, and then we'll be following the full MPO card round, and we'll go through the scores. We'll hopefully grab a couple of interviews with players, and the TDs before we go. So we're just moving on to hole 2 now. Through beautiful Manchester. Come out. Where it is. Oh no, we're going to 18. So we're just going to do a loop of 1 and 18. So 10 metres. Playing back up to the.
We're doing 18.
So go to 18.
Right, it's on the
Catch cam all the way up.
I lost my hairband, so I need to keep it. Okay.
Yeah.
Back end, we've got space to flex it to the right and bring it back down. The trees, there is OB over there. So it's a control shot. Should be just on both sides. So that tree's guard the basket and tries to stick in the building.
Can I throw?
Yeah, so Daniel up. Daniel on tee again, he's reached for the nuke again.
That other bloke isn't waiting to do something.
Oh yeah, he's just getting up there to get into position with the camera. Daniel's reached the nuke again.
I know that biscuit.
Oh, the wind picked up there, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. I was like, captain.
Got Ian Mcneese here from Golf UK, who might be doing some co-commentary with me. Nigel round to go today, Ian. More down than up.
There's a lot more down than up. It's always fun playing in the big fun. Manchester did really well putting the course together. Obviously the weather's not helped. Yeah, it's been really good. They've done a terrific job. So it's been really nice.
Been very good enough.
Yes, actually yesterday afternoon the sun came out. It was really nice. Sit down at Florian, so yeah, the sun came out. So it was really
worries, Doug, no worries.
We're having one or two problems with the sound as the connection keeps kicking out as we're moving along. But it looks like we're back in, so sorry if you've missed that. We have been giving obviously the best commentary you've ever heard in your life. You just didn't get to hear it, unfortunately. But we are, yes, we just finished off there. Daniel has got the birdie there to make the playoff. Fantastic shot. Good putt to finish things off, and a nice bit of sportsmanship there from Josh and Daniel, hugging it out as we go towards, I believe it's going to be the MA4 card teeing off first, but we're a few minutes away from that. So what we're going to try and do is grab a few interviews with some of the players that will be going on. I need to try and work out what all the final scores were. So we might be able to do this if Nathan, as we go, can bring up the scores from live scoring. No, we're not there. Okay. So I'll just run through these quickly, if I can find them myself. So this morning in the... let's start from the start, because we're going to start off with MA4, I believe. No, we don't even have MA4. What I'm talking about, MA3. So the top card in MA3 is going to be made up of Jason Mcneese, who was plus 13, Robert Hurd at plus 12, Terry Matthews, from just down the road from me, Terry Matthews, sorry, plus 10. I don't actually know his first name. Terrible of me. Chris Malmgaard at plus 9, and Robert Nichol with Chelmsford, who got an ace here yesterday and has kept up the good play. He's actually gone -1 this morning for a +1 round overall. They're going to be making up the MA3 card. I'm using the good old PGA live scoring here, which is fantastic. FA2, I think our final card's going to be made up of, again, I don't know everybody's names, sorry about this, Rhiannon Stevens, Amanda Bryant, Rachel Sanig and Nikki Hunt. Looks like it's tied 5th place there, so I'm not sure who's going to take up the last part of that card. MA2s, who have we got in MA2? Wow, Harry Messenger had a stormer to almost make it back in. That's the assistant TD here we're going to have a word with in a minute, but it's a very good friend of mine, Ben Bicknell, in 5th place there, Sammy Havaluto, Ryan Ford, Florian Coralinba and James Cooney making up the 5 there. Who have we got in MA40s? Oh, it's Manchester's own Mike Mcgowan, Jason Stokes, Adam Keane, Jamie Cross, and Matt White of Ottery St Mary, who's gone even par so far, which is very good shooting. That puts him 2 ahead of the 2nd place there. Who else have we got? MP50, there's a lot of finals going off. We will be taking a while to get through these. So the MP50s might not be having a final because there's only 3 in the division. MP40 is similar. I'm not sure what their plans are, but it's led by TD here, Ian Mcdougall, Team GB, many-time player now and a great local player who's on -4 overall. -15 overall, well ahead of Paul Stoddart and Neil Pickett. And now into the important one. So FPO, we've been watching some fantastic play from FPO here. We've actually seen for the first time the head-to-head between Bella Tate and Rachel Turton, which has been a superb backwards and forth here through 2 ultimate converts, both new to the sport players. They've only been playing for about a year and a half. Rachel has obviously done fantastically over in Europe and is, staking a claim to be one of the best female players in Europe. But Bella has been fighting the fight all day, and she is just 1 shot behind Rachel. Yesterday she was 3 shots in front, so Rachel's overhauled that lead. And then you got Phoebe Shambo and Sue Underwood, who has been stalwart of British disc golf for a great long time, so it's lovely to see her on the card. And we'll try and film as much as we can of them later. And then in the MPO division, as you see there, Daniel Adelie is now taking the 5th place spot over Josh Birmingham. Both of them were -9 so far. Charlie O'Brien, 5 under today, takes him to 12 down. Matt Parsley currently in 3rd place, 8 down today, very good round. Puts him 15 under overall. Then little Joe O'Brien, not so little anymore, 5 under today like his brother, Charlie. He's on 20 under and leading the way with a storming round this morning. Let's see what that was rated at. James Luton with a 1,025 rated round, superb play to take him to 24 under for the tournament, 4 shots ahead of Joe. So that is, it's set itself up well there. James giving him a good buffer, but Joe will be chasing him down all the way on what is generally thought of, and of course, to be a bit right-hand, backhand friendly. I'm not sure I always agree with that, but the local Manchester lad behind the camera is saying yes, definitely that. I would not so agree, and Joe is a left-handed player and has obviously played this very, very well. I mean, he is the best player in the country currently, or certainly best rated player in the country currently, and it's going to be good to see this battle later on. But yeah, thank you for joining us live here. This is the first time this sort of broadcast has ever been undertaken in the UK, so I just want to say a quick thank you to Nathan Rae of Nathan Rae Productions, who has put this all together for us. And teething issues with microphone aside, hopefully going very well for you. So we've got some lovely graphics he's been working on that will be coming through our stream. And we're looking forward to getting into the stream proper with you. And whilst we wait, we're going to try and grab some people for an interview. So if you'd like to come along with us, let's see who is available. See if we can talk to Joe. Mr. O'Brien, would you like to have a quick interview with us? He's not so sure, but he's going to come over with us anyway. So for anyone that doesn't know, this is Joe O'Brien, who has been playing since you were, what, about that high?
About 14 years. Okay. 14 years. Yeah, 14.
Joe is from up in
Newcastle.
Father Chris is
Chris O'Brien, yeah. He got me into the sport, yeah.
And what keeps bringing you back to it?
That's a hard question, but I'd say like just watching the flight of the disc and just how beautifully it flies and just always brings me back, yeah. And it's completely my passion in life. So every day I get out there and practice, and it's what I love to do really.
And that's probably why you're currently the top-rated player in the country, saying those sort of things.
Why, yeah. I do play a lot, so.
Yeah. So how do you find Manchester? How often do you get to come over here and play?
Not that often. The last time I played here, it was about like 2 years ago. It's not too often. I only got to have like a bit of a practice on Friday morning, but since then, not for a long time. I don't mind the course, but obviously it is like quite righty dominated, so it was pretty tricky for me to curve the shots how I usually do. I don't get to throw like a lot of hyzers like the righties are doing, so so I knew that I would have to catch up a little bit, and I tried my best to do so.
Fantastic. How's the forehand coming on then? Because that's always the thing you need.
Yeah, it's actually going all right. I did actually park a couple of drives on, I forgot which hole it is, I think it's hole 4 with the forehand. So I was feeling pretty good so far, yeah.
Would you say that's an area of your game that could develop? Because obviously your backhand is just delightful now. Your putting's always been very, very strong.
I mean, I guess I definitely I developed it a bit over lockdown and the past couple of years, really. But yeah, I really like to get like a bit more distance on my forehands, and and really be able to rely on them a bit more, because I'm still I'm on hole 1. I'm still doing my turnovers and stuff like that, which I've been doing for years, which is why I've kind of trusted in them a little bit more. But yeah, I think next year it'd be nice to see me use the forehands more.
As you're growing every year, every time I see you've grown a little bit taller.
That's also helped with the distance and stuff. In the past year, I've seen a big growth in how far I can throw it, obviously, because that helps with just getting to the hole and all sorts.
Fantastic. What are your plans for next year? You trying to get out there on the European tour a bit more, go and see the world?
Yeah, definitely. So the plan is actually to have a look at what the schedule of the Euro tour is, and try and get out there to a load of the countries in Europe, and also hopefully to the US a couple of times. Yeah.
Any particular plans on the books already?
Not exactly, but so actually after this event, I was going to look at the schedule and try and get a few dates, solidly in place and stuff like that.
You can hopefully fund your way around there a little bit through playing, because your rating's now what, 1,014?
13, yeah. It's the highest it's ever been, so yeah.
It's the highest I think anyone in this country's ever been.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so it's great. Actually, it's great to see players of your calibre coming through, and hopefully can inspire some of our younger viewers to go for it more.
Yeah. So the plan is to hopefully be sponsored by Discmania for the next year, just to help me get out there to the other countries and stuff like that. So that's what I'm planning on doing and trying to
conversations in the work there.
Yeah. Well, I'm about to start the conversations anyway, but yeah. So hopefully that'll.
You heard it here first, everybody.
Well, yeah. So that'll be a bit of a dream of mine. I've always wanted to be sponsored since I was very little. It's always been a bit of a dream of mine. So if that came true, that'll be great, and I'd maybe be able to take it a bit more further than a hobby and as a career. So
fantastic. Well, we'd love to see that, because it's been very inspiring the last few years, seeing the progression. For a long time, Charlie, your older brother, was there. We've played together a few times over the years, and to see you come through here and having the lefty option as well. It's nice to see a top lefty playing as well. There's yourself and Dan Ryan, and it's.
Queen recently as well.
Well, yes,
yeah. The recent win, yeah.
Oh, hopefully you can be there one day.
But yeah.
So, thank you very much, and good luck this afternoon. You've got 4 shots to overcome. Feeling good?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. There's a couple of par 4s out there, which because of my distance, I think I can definitely progress with that. Especially on hole 7, I think it is, or 6 even. Yeah. So I'm feeling pretty good. I have to do some big, big things to get there, because obviously 4 strokes in 9 holes is going to be tricky. But I think if I get a few birdies off the go and just keep on getting those, then I think I should be able to do it.
Fantastic. Well, good luck out there. Just for everyone that doesn't know, we're actually playing in the finals. It's a slightly different course to normal, so it's most of the same holes that you'd be used to if you've played Manchester before. But there's a couple of, I think, hole 1 is a longer par 4 now, which might suit you actually, instead of that turnover, which can't be easy for you as a lefty on this one. Yeah, okay. And then there's another par 4 combination of holes 6 and 7. Is that correct?
6 and 7. I think that is correct. Yeah. So one of the holes, is going to be from the tee of 6 to the basket of 7, which means that it's a couple of bomber shots to actually get a chance of 3. So I think that'll play as probably a par 5 or something like that. So yeah, I think if I can get one out there and then I get in the range of eagle, then that'll,
put the pressure on.
Yeah.
Start coming. Okay. Fantastic. Rightio, superb. Well, thank you very much for talking to us, Joe.
No problem. Yeah, I've loved it. Thank you.
Thank you too. Any sponsors out there?
Yeah, I mean, Catch the Spirit, obviously. My dad has always supported me over the years, and to Mum for driving me here and stuff like that. I've had a lot of support from my family this year, which has been really great. And my brother has always been there to support me as well. So yeah.
And he's there again in the final. 2 shots back. 2 shots back, no more than that. 2 places back.
He's done really well as well. So.
What's it like being the younger brother schooling the older brother these days?
I mean, it's always great. I mean, I think he definitely trumps me. I mean, a lot of other areas in life. But it's really good that I can smash it out here. So I'm just glad that I'm better at something, I guess,
Always nice to be better than the older brother, isn't it? But yeah. Right, thank you very much, Joe. We're going to go and try and find some others, and we'll see you on the tee in about probably 40 minutes or so.
Awesome.
Fantastic. Rightio. Who else can we find? I could grab Ian Mcdougall at the wrong time because he's in the middle of eating. He's got a mouthful here. Right up to... Okay.
Grab me.
Okay.
Grabbing me.
Ian, if you could... have a wander down with us. For anyone that doesn't know, this is Ian Mcdougall. Plays for the Disc Golf UK team, one of our own, and has also been on Team GB how many times now?
Twice.
Twice on Team GB. Fantastic. So Ian is the TD here. Not the first time you've been the TD here?
No, I've run a few events here this year. Normally I run a Heiserween tournament this weekend, and BDGA decided to put champs on this weekend, so they said, oh, hey, Ian will run champs. So I did. Happy with that.
Short straw of drawn at that point.
Yeah, pretty much. Although, again, there was no other real place to have it that made sense this year. So I agreed, and here we are. And it's almost over.
Are you playing yourself in the final? That was one thing I wasn't quite sure.
Yeah, I am playing MP40 final. There's only 3 of us, so there wasn't much uptake in MP40 this year. A lot of people declined their spots, which was a shame, because I would have liked to have a few more players for MP40. But yeah.
You'd have still been top of that pile anyway, though, right?
I don't know. I mean, where's John Tweed and Miss Tweed? A few other players. Dell, he qualified for both MP50 and 40, so he's always, you know, a player to watch out for. Last year we battled, I think, 8 extra playoff holes.
Wow, I missed out on that one.
You did miss out on that one. Yeah, I think it. Yeah, we started on hole 1 at Bedworth, and we didn't finish until the double Mando Madness on hole 8, I believe it is.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it took us a while to get that.
Do you know, excuse my ignorance, but who was the winner there?
Me.
Say it loud, Ian, say it loud.
It was me, it was me.
So, former British champ Ian Mcdougall, ready to become 2-time?
Well,
Ready to become 4-time? Haven't done my homework yet.
You haven't done your homework. Come on, I'm on Team Disc Golf UK.
I had no idea it was 4 times.
3-time British Masters champ. It's all right. I still love you. I still love you. I know you're busy, you know, and
Some things going on.
this is like the first time in months that I've actually, you know, seen your face. So.
Yeah, it's nice to actually be out and about. Nice early start to come up here this morning, and the rain was horrendous, but the course seems to be holding up.
It's surprisingly well as we stand in a mud puddle. Yeah, it is. It is holding up, but it's not going to recover. So I thank all of the 90+ players that were here this weekend turning my course into a mud pit. Thanks, guys.
Yes, we did have some pretty inclement weather this morning, though. I mean, the rain that came down was disgusting.
Well, it's typical Manchester weather in October. We usually get quite lucky this weekend. Like the past couple of years, we got boatloads of rain, and when I ran a tournament here in 2019, I was almost ready to cancel the tournament because there was standing water on almost every hole. But I asked the players, I said, look, either we take all of the holes out with standing water and then we have nothing left to play, or we just get on with it. And pretty much everybody just nodded and said, let's get on with it, which was really cool. But the likes of hole 8 was a big, huge puddle around the basket, and your disc was just kind of floating a little bit along, you know. Depending on how lucky you were, it was going towards or away from the basket. Yeah, but yeah, we've been really lucky with the weather this weekend because the forecast was absolutely awful. It was supposed to rain buckets all day yesterday. It didn't. We actually had sunshine for most of the rounds, which was really, really nice. Unfortunate for this morning, but yeah, we found the sunshine again. It was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, sun came out about, what, an hour ago, and it's starting to dry up a bit, and hopefully we might have... Oh, there's a rainbow behind us there. How beautiful. Hopefully we should keep this for... Well, the afternoon, there might be some showers coming through where the umbrellas might come out, as we've got a couple of expensive cameras there. No rain. There will be no rain. Manchester doesn't ever rain. Do you know when we are kicking off? I'm just looking over your shoulder there towards tees. I don't think we're starting yet on the finals.
This looks like the MA3 final is starting right now.
Oops, we were supposed to be filming that. Guys, should we move over there? It might be a bit late for that, but we'll get the next card coming through probably. Oh, that's a very good shot. I don't know who's taking it. I couldn't see through the tree, but that's a lovely shot from whoever it was. Wait 1 second, Nathan. Not entirely sure who that was. May have been Terry. So yes, this is the MA3 final. Sorry, we've missed it. Talking to people. And I'm not good on names here at the moment. This is what I've got Mr. McNidder, Team Disc Golf UK's Ian McNidder with me, so he can fill me in on the names of everybody, because honestly I don't know everybody anymore. I hardly know anyone anymore when I come to these. So yes, Ian's going to keep me clued in. That is the MA3 final getting off. Oh, it's Dennis Jones there. I didn't realise he was in. It looks like there was one very good drive there starting the day. It looked the sort of flight of the disc that Terry Matthew would have thrown, because he throws a very clean right-hand backhand. Always amazes me he doesn't score better, because his play is fantastic. So who is this from the drop zone, Ian? Rob Nichol. Okay, so he's from Chelmsford. On the podcast I've forgotten the name of. Amside podcast, there you go. So he's trying to get around the tree. Looks like he's just made it. Gone a bit long. He's probably got a circle's edge putt to make back. Probably not what you want on hole one. It's tricky hole one. You've got double mandos to make first of all, which when you get to the high level players shouldn't be an issue. But there's always this risk of the OB going down the right and long. You saw it earlier on our playoff. So is this Jason Mcneese? Yes, it's Jason Mcneese in the floral shirt. Because it's a low canopy as it comes out there. It is an easy mistake to make. It's just grounding your disc out too early, which is what Jason's done there. He's put out nice and wide, going to let the disc do the work. Wind's pushing it over too. Looks very good line. Bit long. It's gone far too long. That's a shame. I think the wind got underneath that a little bit and kept it going forward. So that's going to be a painful start to the round. He is playing OB from where it crossed. I think it's mandatory drop zone for any OBs or miss mandos on the first shot, but after that it's play OB as it lies. So all that growth behind the basket there has been planted by the Manchester club since the course was installed, and it's changed a lot since I was last here. They're looking really good now. It's grown up, it didn't define fairways all over the place. We're just getting a bit of rain coming through now. We don't have any graphics up on screen for you yet, but we will do once we get into the MPO card. So everything is ready for when that goes, which is probably about half an hour away still. We've got to get through all the other finals first. Hopefully this is just a passing shower.
You got a disc off you?
No. So it's Terry Matthews stepping up. Oh, it's the long... Sorry. This is what's thrown me totally here. We're not playing to the short basket. This is the long basket you can see in the distance. It's thrown us all on this one, so I'm glad we had a little test card to try this out on first. Because, yeah, we've all been thinking they were playing to the normal one, and it's not, of course. It's this lengthened hole one, which, as I was saying on the commentary with Joe earlier, on the interview with Joe, should actually suit him nicely for the lefty, where he can bring his first one into around this landing zone and attack over. Or with Joe, even if he wanted to get brave, go at it. I'm not sure quite how the OBs are laid out here, but I imagine they're still in play. It's Chris Malmgaard now stepping up. Should be a simple hyzer from there. Wind's got under it a little bit, pushed left. Should be a putt. I'm not sure where the OB line ends up on the left there. You have to excuse my ignorance on this one. It's a hole I've never seen before at this course, and not what they've been playing today. So this is a finals only hole. So this is Robert Hurd stepping up. This was his drive, which is a great drive to the normal hole. It looked a very nice drive. Oh, we have a dog walker crossing the park. This is a public park in Manchester, but there's a very good relationship here between the club and locals. He's actually playing as though they're expecting them to be playing to the usual short basket here, which shows you the relationship they've got. He knows where they're playing to, and he's getting out of the way for that. But so thank you, Mr. Dog Walker. So we've got about a 40-metre upshot here. Wind behind. It's a lovely straight shot, straight at it. Get in. Oh, what a lovely shot there from Robert. Are we sure this is the MA3 card, Ian?
I don't know. He's 892 ranking. But that was a lovely shot.
So if that's what we're getting in the first division going off here, let's hope we've got some real gems to look forward to in the Opens. So I'm not sure if we're out of bounds where Terry was. Yes, so that is playing us out of bounds on this hole still. So Terry's got a tricky lie here. He's probably going to have to throw. There's a lovely rainbow up in the background. I think he's going for a spike hyzer, which is probably wise. With the wind pushing from behind, it's strengthening. He's just going to try and take the wind out of the equation, put it up, put it down. There's the other option is the anhyzer, but with this wind blowing, it could go anywhere. It looks like there's tight OB at the back. That looks well played, bit short. Gives him a putt. He's got a good solid putt, Terry. So hopefully he can hold that out for, I think, the OB4. No, 5 that would be. Looks like Charlie O'Brien, one of our MPO finalists, up there with Rob Nichol. Sorry, forgetting names already. So Jason went OB on his second. So this will be his 4th shot playing from the OB. Pretty much exactly the same lie as Terry. So both of them have tried to go over this OB zone and not made it. It's going to be interesting to see how the MPO cards play this, because I'd say it's attackable range for pretty much all the field. Bit of a risky one, but so he's gone with a forehand flick. Looks good, bit short, pushed down by the wind. Again, probably circle's edge putt. So we're moving up the fairway. We're going to have to head back down to the first tee to get the next group coming through in a second, but catch cam can stay up here. It's going to be a very tricky hole for us to film, actually, everybody, because we haven't got lines of sight to it. So we've given ourselves a tester on the very first here. So it's Rob Nichol from Chelmsford stepping up now. I think this is his 3rd shot. Might just have probably gone slightly short of the out of bounds. Certainly wasn't a confident stroke there. Hang on, I'm just checking back on the tee behind to see if we need to wander back. No, we're all right, we're clear at the moment. So the TDs are allowing the cars to clear through before the next group films, so we might be running back up the fairway. I'll just confirm that with our cameraman, who's listening in. So Jason Mcneese stepping up first. He's probably has his full circle's edge. Oh no, actually it's Chris. No, it's Jason. Maybe 9 metres, 8-9 metres. Wind behind, so it's going to be trying to push this putt down. Slight right to left. Ooh. So Jason just hitting the band there. Doing the right thing, he lifted it, but the wind didn't push it down. So it looks like I'm just working out whether they're inbounds or not. I think the circle behind looks like it's OB within the circle, so it's only 6 or so metres behind the basket. So we got Rob Nichol. Oh no, sorry, Chris. Very good putt there. It's a good 8-metre putt. Rob Nichol from a knee. Obstructed putt. Around about 6 metres out. And it's a very nice putt. Well put in there. I think that was for 4. And we might need to move to the side because we're in Robert's eye line. Rob Hurd here for 2. Possibly OB, we're not sure. Oh, he's just hit chain, but come out. Right. We'll let Terry putt out, and then we're going to head back for the next card coming through. Yes, well done, Terry. So we're heading back up the fairway for the next card, who will be, I think, our FA2 division. So in each of these divisions, there's a title on the line, trophy on the line, I believe. And it's the culmination of a season-long tour that, has come to fruition this weekend. So, oh God, They're already playing. Okay, Joe, that was obviously a practice throw because he's not picking someone's disc up from the fairway, I don't think. I hadn't realised they'd teed off already. This is going to be tricky for us to do up and down. Not sure how best to do this, Nathan. We should probably stay here and let Catch Cam maybe pick up the action. So yeah, it looks like this is our FA2 division. And don't worry, we will bring you as much as we can of the FPO card and the MPO cards. It's a good upshot. Should put her in position to attack the next. So, yeah. So that was, again, it's going to be obstructed because they're now trying to go to the longer basket there. Out how we're going to do the filming on this. This first hole has thrown us a little bit, so it wasn't quite as we were expecting, but we're just making sure we give you the whole of the FPO card when it comes through on hole 1. We want to film it from start to finish. We'd hope to do a bit more, but timing's getting away from us, and then we'll be following MPO through fully. So there's I think we've got 5 divisions coming through after the FA2s here. I'm afraid I'm not great on names because everybody is new, which is fantastic to see that we've got so many players that have started playing since I've last really been out on tour anywhere. Not sure if that's a problem with me, having not gone and played much recently, but it's just more of a testament to the growth of the sport in the last year and a half. That's probably cutting off too tight. No, I'll be okay. It'll be obstructed, but it'll be okay. It's a tricky hole, this. I'm intrigued to see how the bigger throwing players at the end play it, whether they'll take on a bit more and really go for that corner or split it down for 2 for an easy 3, which is probably the safe play. I could see Charlie O getting aggressive. He's not really got anything to lose in the positions he's in, so we might try and persuade him to go for it. I think this is Amanda. Just caught the tree there, but it'll be okay. Bit nose up with the wind pushing down from behind. I'm not actually sure what we're waiting for here. Is there? Okay. Who's that, Ian? I was hoping Ian knew everybody's names these days, but just caught the tree, but it's a nice shot, good skip on. Should give her a good position to get up and down for 2 from there. Is it Nikki? Oh, this is Nikki Hunt, okay. The sun has come bursting out and it's glorious here now. That should be very nice if it stays in. Yes, it does. So that's an easy up and down from there. And on we go. Okay. So we've got Amanda Bryant there, Rachel Island-Jones, Nikki Hunt, we've got Rachel Sanig and Rhiann Stevens. So Nikki Hunt is out in front by 8 strokes, and that should help to give her a confident start to the finals to go on from. So this is certainly a hole where shots can swing. There's a lot going on here. So we're just going to stay up on this corner whilst the holes to play there, and then we're going to go down to the tee for the FPO division as it comes through. Very excited to see the battle between Bella and Rachel Turton. So this is Amanda Bryant now, about 50 metres out. That's a good shot, nice and straight. Sit down, it may be a bit long. That's unfortunate. It was a nice looking shot, but the wind's pushing in behind. It's just, we saw that in the last card that went through. It's just giving a bit more. I've said 50 metres there. I don't think it's anywhere near 50 metres. It's probably closer to 30, which is probably this is where you need your Bushnells out, and then you'd have to go for the nuke.
Does it tell you how many people are watching?
Don't know. That's a lovely looking shot. Get up, beautiful. Yeah, that should be easy. Easy in from there. Very nice shot. On the pressure of the cameras, which, yeah, adds something. It's not easy when the cameras are on. Nope. As we said earlier, it's the culmination of the season-long battle. They get to be crowned the British champ in their division. So we're looking at maybe 20-25 metres here. There is the OB behind. So it's a difficult one to get too aggressive on. Really, the layup probably is a sensible play unless you're coming in an extreme hyzer, but that's a very well played shot. Very nice. Actually, that's Rhiann, and she gave it a run there, I think, which, fair play. Not an easy one to run. Right, and this is Rachel Island-Jones playing out of the bushes, which looks a bit brambly in there. So unfortunately, this has gone very deep in. It is inbounds, but it is not an easy lie. So it's going to require a forehand from where she is, and it looks like she's got one. Oh no, it's a horrible break. That is so unfortunate. It has rolled all the way out of bounds after hitting a low branch. That was really awful. It looked like it was on to be an okay shot as well. That's the frustrating bit. Not an easy lie. Right, we're going to be just heading back to the next card coming through in a second. We'll just see the putts going out on catch cam as our main cam goes back. It was me, I think, on commentary, yes. So Rachel is now playing from the OB, which is very unfortunate. We're just heading back to the next, Nathan. So you'll just be seeing on catch cam whilst we get set up, putting out Rachel's from about 12 metres. I'm trying not to move around too much so I don't get in the next eye line. Just want to watch this. It's good up. It's good up. She gave it a go. Just dropped down with that wind behind. But there was a nice lot of spin on that putt. So I'm just heading back in. I think our next card should be getting ready on the tee. Who have we got up? Is it MA40? Yeah, I might be able to know those ones.
MPO, I can tell you the MA2s. You'll know Ben, Sammy with a beard, Ryan, Florian and James.
So we're trying to see who's up next, but I'm afraid I haven't got my glasses on, so I'm relying on Ian McNidder's slightly younger eyes than mine, but I mean, it's only slightly these days. Well, it looks like Harry's running up there, and they're MA2, so I think this might be the... Oh, it is? Okay. It is the MA2. Well, why is... Oh, Harry's not in the final. Sorry, that's why. So this is James Cooney teeing off first. Throws quite a long way, James. Yeah, he's swung that out wide. Wind's pushing it down. It's okay. It's a great shot to the normal basket that's going to actually impede his throw. That's very unfortunate. It's a lovely drive, and he's going to be in the basket. Yeah, that's going to be tricky. So we've got Florian Coralinba, Manchester local, I believe. Again, a recent, I believe, ultimate convert. He's turned it over slightly, given a bit more width. That wind's helping it along. That's very nice. Yeah, he should be able to get up and down for the 3 from there. Wind picked up there. Ryan Ford, local of Cotswold View, I believe.
A bit further away than Cotswold is sort of Milton Keynes, probably.
Okay, Milton Keynes, that's a good looking shot. RPM sponsored? Oh, I did not know that. Okay. That didn't look like an RPM disc. That looks very much like a Discraft disc, but we'll go and have a look. Bit low and tight, but that'll do. He's in the space. Should be able to. All of these hopefully should have a good chance of getting up and down for the 3s. And this is Ben Bicknell, who I've been playing with for many, many years. Started playing at Bedworth from that area. He's got a lovely form, Ben. He's so smooth drive, smooth putt, and it's a lovely drive. He's always a joy to watch, Ben. It is. Yes, that's kind of unfortunate there for James Cooney. No, that should be the 5, isn't it? Yeah, they're walking on down. So yeah, very good drives there. None of them have gone too aggressive. They've just been sensible. They've played up into the usual zone for hole 1, and they're going to take on what is... I'm trying to work out how far we are here. It's pushing 50 metres from where discs are, probably. Yeah, it's probably 45, 50 from basket to basket. So all of them, it will be little putter-up shots. They've got the space, I would say, on each disc. What were we throwing out there? So we had a Discraft Raptor. We've had a... What have we got here? That's a very pretty Thunderbird. Oof, Jeremy Coling Thunderbird, that's lovely. Older school Ben Bicknell disc here is a Star Orc. Ooh, very old. And a Prodigy FX2. So we've got a good mix of discs here. I don't know what James has thrown. It's a really horrible lie he's ended up with there. Very unfortunate. Who do we have up first? It's Sammy Havaluto of Croydon. Probably 60 metres. Just under. He's got a bit of a branch in his way, which is just going to stop his swing. So he might shear this off a bit short and early. Tends to have that effect. But we've got the wind pushing sort of behind from slight right to left. It's coming gustily at the moment, so it's not a constant breeze. And we saw that on the playoff earlier where Josh Birmingham suddenly found a horrible headwind to contend with. You can probably hear the rustling of it up in the leaves above. Looks like he's going for the hyzer. Yeah, he's going to swing out a hyzer over the top, which is a sensible play here. Yeah, as I thought he might do, he's just sheared that off short and left. That branch just getting in his way on the swing. So this is Ryan up next through the Raptor on the first. Looks like a P2 maybe in his hand. Not sure if that's an original or a more recent. Again, he's around about 50-60 metres. He's got a bit more space and it's able to throw the hyzer up there. He's not adjusted for the wind though. It's a 8-9 metre putt to make. Inbounds. It's puttable though. We have got Florian Coralinba up next. Around 45, 50 metres. It's a tricky one because the Heiser line's actually gone out from where he is, so he's probably going to have to look at a straighter, almost a turnover shot, which is always a bit scary with the wind coming. Yeah, he's ultimate player though, so he should have this in the locker. Nope, that's not turned. Ooh. I mean, it's okay. It will be up and down for a 4, but the 3 is gone. So Ben Bicknell, as I said earlier, always a pleasure watching Ben play. He's very smooth form, works on his technique a lot. He's going to go straight down the line. He's risky on this, so he's probably actually, well, no, he's just trying to lay it up. That's very well played. And he'll pick up his 3. And now James, he's got probably he could do a patent pending one side of the basket or lean back, maybe leaning back a bit of space. It's not easy. I mean, where he's ended up there. Yeah, he's going patent pending. I think that's the sensible way. He creates a bit more space. Named after, I think it was a Climo thing back in the day. He's just checking his footing's all right with the crowd. Looks okay. So he's going to try and swing a hyzer out from this position. Gives him the most space. Should get around the tree. It's a good way of playing it, I think. It's just generating the power is the tricky bit. He's risked the OB on the right. He might be out of bounds on the right. No, sounds like he's just crept in. I can't see here. We're obstructed, but we're going to catch the putts here on catch cam, and we'll see the next card coming through. I think Ben is definitely going to be there for a 3. There might be some good putts for 3s, but the rest of them will probably be 4s going in there. So who have we got up next? Looks like it might be the MA40 division. So yeah, I know most of the guys there. I don't really know Jamie Cross or Matt White too well. Somehow I've never really played with Matt White in all our years together. He's been playing a long time from Cornwall way. Throws a long way sidearm, I believe. Backhand, okay. Just making stuff up as I go along at this stage. It's a long way backhand, so potentially within range. Has he got 130 metre backhand on him? Wind behind? Maybe not. I do want to see someone attack this because I think it's there. I mean, the low canopy, the early Mando probably makes it a stupid shot to try. But I do like to see people try stupid shots. Makes life more fun, doesn't it? They're probably waiting for these guys to clear down the next. So let's see who we've got. Sami Havaluto after hitting that tree. It's a very puttable range here. Must be 11, 12 metres. The risk is he's got the OB behind, and that's got to be playing in his head because it's not far behind. Yeah, it's close enough to be something to think about. Especially from this range where you could think he'll go that far past. I think he's asking the group whether he's outside. So he's looking to do a jump putt or a step putt. And if he doesn't after asking, then, well, you know, it's just time wasting. There's the jump. Oh, it's a good bid. That's unfortunate. He's just spat left. He really gave that a run. That was brave. Nice to see. So it looks like James Cooney he just crept back inside. He was certainly out of bounds for a while.
No, I've not got the audio coming from your microphone.
So Cooney from about, it's probably 10 metres, just inside maybe. It was in bounds, he crept in.
He's allowed to take a meter from the hedge.
From the OB line?
Yeah, which is on the edge of the hedge close.
Right, I think our next group is getting ready on the tee, so we're just going to head back. Catch Cam can pick up the rest of the MA3 division. I think we got MA40 here, yep. So we got on tee, we're just filming out the rest of the MA3. But, see if Nathan the camera has heard me. He has. He's just doing some editing work on the fly. As this is all being edited, put together as we walk around the course. So bear with us if there are a couple of technical hiccups. First time attempting this, first time it's been done in the UK. And we're really happy that you've come along to watch it with us. So yeah, MA40 starting there. You can see the FPO division are just practicing putting before they get going. So that is Richard Hatton in the turquoise jumper. I seem to be getting shouted at. Second.
What? Hey.
There was a umbrella in the middle of the fairway. It wasn't me, I'd done nothing wrong for once. That makes a change. But yeah, who else have we got in that FPO card? I think that might be Bella. No, that's Phoebe, possibly. Phoebe Stanbow, putting. As I say, my eyes without glass on these days are not good, so seeing anything at distance, not easy. James Luton from the MPO division, who is currently winning by 4 strokes, is here with us. Might as well do a quick little interview, because it doesn't look like they're on us, so Nathan will just... Oh, they're about to... We'll talk to him, doesn't need to be on camera. So how'd it go over this whole weekend, Jim?
Well, it's been really nice actually. The weather managed to hold out apart from this morning. Although I do quite like the rain, so makes me miserable, but I play well. It's been really, really lovely.
So that was Matt White just driving off there, lovely drive, puts in good position. So yeah, you're 4 shots ahead of Joe. Feeling good?
Feeling pretty good. You know, Joe's an excellent player, so he's probably going to try and come out firing, and we'll see what we can do, see if we can hold it off. Just going to kind of play the game, really. Try and have some fun.
What's been working for you? It's always said that Manchester's a bit of a right-hand, backhand hyzer course, and you certainly got a good one of those.
Yeah, no, the hyzers have been really nice. The putts, as per usual, have been hit and miss, as we all know. But yeah, no, the new Pioneers that I've been throwing have been absolutely lovely, and my Disc Golf UK Duke has bagged me a few birdies as well. Which can be bought in the shop. It's the Luton Duke. And it's a lovely disc, to be fair. Little plug there. Had to be done. You've got to get them in when you can. And talking of plugs, one of the things James is doing to improve his putting is come along to putting club, or whatever we call it, on a Monday night in Coventry, which we've got an early tree hit there. That did not look fun. But yeah, we putting club on a Monday night that everyone is welcome to. You've got players there like James, who is fighting for the British Championships at the top here, all the way down to the first-time player, and kids as young as 8 are coming out, and we'd love to see everyone along. It's a bit of fun, but hopefully it should be able to improve our skills. So there's a good-looking drive coming straight at us, but it's a bit short. Oh, it's Jay Stokes, was it? Very nice. He's probably throwing his Pierce Passion, I think. He loves that disc. With wind behind it, it'll be okay. So I'd hoped to do an interview with James earlier, but we got a bit caught up with time. So this is going to be... How many times have you been in the British Championships fighting for it now? How many have you actually won? Won 5. 2 tour titles, 3 championships. And after the change about 4 or 5 years ago, we changed to championships. This one, if I managed it, would be 4 in a row, which would be really nice. But nothing's obviously confirmed yet. Fighting for it. I don't know. The year that Declan won it must have been about 4 years ago now. I wouldn't describe myself as fighting. He ran away with that one, unfortunately for me. But yeah, no, it's always nice to be in the mix. I've not actually won a 2-day tournament since British Championships last year, so it would feel like a little bit of a steal if I was honest today. But that's what you got to do. You got to show up on the day, really. So, from your perspective, being selfish, are you happy to see all the new young talent, the new players coming through? It's good to see them. They're all great players. They all work really hard. They've got that time to practice, which is nice. And I guess in the same way that once upon a time I was the young up and comer, it's nice to see them putting in that work and just getting really, really good. So all of them, Noah, Joe, Charlie, even little young Ben Holding, who's playing in the AMS final. I think he's they're really holding it down. So fair play to them. It's good to see the sport grow like that.
So tell us a bit more about you and your background in it. Obviously, I've known you for too many years since you were 17. Is it? It's about that. Wow, yeah. That makes me feel old. But I've seen the progression over the years, and it's been great. What got you going? What started you off? Why are you still playing?
I guess obviously and getting to tournaments when I was younger, but realistically back then it wasn't like the young lads here who've got something to play for and money and all that stuff. I was just there for a bit of a laugh with some friends. I think the big change point was 2014. I went to USDGC, learned a lot, had a really great time, and came back, won the nationals, and from then it was just kind of things just started to slot together. Worked really, really hard on a lot of stuff, and it's now starting to really pay off. I think as I get a little bit older, the mental game's a lot stronger than it used to be. I used to be an angry young man on the course for certain. There were many trees at Quarry Park that I have punched and regretted. So it's nice to now just be able to enjoy it. And as you say, with the young lads, they beat me a lot, and expectations are not as they used to be. And so it's just nice to be competing still, really.
We've got Mike Mcgowan, who's Manchester local and one of the very instrumental people in the club. Just about to take his shot. He's going for a hyzer. He's got the distance to get there. He's an American who's a long-time resident of Manchester. That's a lovely shot over the top. Gives him about a 10-metre putt. So what are you excited about for the future, James, and where the sport is going here?
Well, I think there's just a lot of development, a lot of growth, but the big tournaments that we're getting, we've just had confirmation that British Open next year is going to be an A tier with a 10 grand prize pot down in Devon.
Have we? Wow.
Yeah, I actually just got a call from my dad about that at lunchtime, so 10 grand prize pot down in Devon next year.
Here's another exclusive, ladies and gentlemen. Tell us more.
Just dropping this info. We should be North Devon Open, A tier, 1 round a day, 10 grand plus, really. So that's just really, really, really nice. Having those big events that can draw in those really big players to the country is great. And it's just nice to see so many players getting really good. All the ultimate guys coming in, just really rocking it. So it's been fantastic this year.
Yeah, it was certainly one of the things we were slightly worried about coming out of lockdown was that the ultimate players, that's a lovely upshot, that many of the ultimate players wouldn't stick with it, and it seems that they have done, really. They've stuck along, and it's great seeing that talent come over. This Adam Keane of Croydon, that's you, in the blue and orange sleeves. But yeah, I'm looking forward to more collaborations with Ultimate, and I hope we can sort of foster some more relationships, because it's been great seeing those players come through. We'll just quieten down now a second as Adam takes his shot. He's going for the hyzer. It's wide, but it should get over. I'd say that's looking quite good. We're blocked behind the trees here a little bit.
Britain in the European
So this is Jay Stokes, founder of Disc Golf for All. He's trying to get disc golf into schools and many other places.
Defending champion.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, defending champion.
I see. This is my knowledge is terrible, ladies and gentlemen. I hadn't realised that Jace was the MA40 champion last year. So there you go. Right. That looked like a Matt Cutler form there. That was funny to see. But yeah, so that's your MA40 card working through. We'll follow them up a little bit and then grab the next ones coming through. So Matt White up at 2 at the moment.
Come on, Matt White.
How many other cards have we got coming through before the FPO?
FPO and then MPO.
Okay.
Yeah.
50. Yeah.
Are the pros?
I don't think they're playing.
They're not playing.
It's just one too many for the old boys. They're not coming out again.
The old guys aren't getting another round.
No.
That's crazy.
So, yeah.
They can't creak out for one more go. The Zimmer frames have to come out. I'm talking to 2 other people here that aren't that far off it ourselves anymore. I've got Phil Wood here, who's from the BDGA, for anyone that doesn't know. So we might have a quick chat with Phil and see what his plans are. He's the tournament director. You happy with how everything's going, Phil?
Yeah, it's been a fantastic weekend. We've been absolutely blessed with the weather, which has been,
ish at times
compared to the forecast and compared to what it could have been. But no, the Manchester team have done a great a great thing getting this running. We're always pleased with all our tournament directors to step up and actually, fill in the breach of running events. It's just the one thing that we lack massively in the UK.
Do you want to see more? How do they get involved?
So TDs are always welcome. There's various different groups on Facebook that they can reach out to us through. But obviously just contacting us directly through the BDGA if they've got a course, or if they're interested in running events, or they want to understand how they can get involved in running events. The door's always open for conversations. The tour is continually evolving, and there's going to be discussions at the AGM as to how it's going to move on to next year. But the big thing is we've got more players than ever before. We want to run more events than ever before, and to do that we need to have more people to step up to fill that breach.
And for anyone, it's not a scary thing, is it, Phil? I mean, you've been doing it for, God, how many years?
10 years or so, running events now across local one-day series, national tour events and European Euro Tour events. It feels like it's a big burden, but the reality is you can play a very, very simple, straight competition, no players packs, minimal payouts, minimal charges, and make it as accessible as you can for everyone. Or if you've got the time and the ability and the wherewithal, you can run an event like we've got here, where massive player packs for all the players, sponsorship. It can really vary between all of those things.
Yeah, and it's what we need is that whole buffet of different events, everything from the very first time. The work that, say, the Arab Valley Disc Golf lot have done this year has been superb, seeing those beginner entry stuff coming through, and at the top end we've got the British Opens, the British Championships. There's something for everyone, and everyone can get. Work is there, isn't it?
Hugely, yeah. I mean, in the BGA we've seen that around about 50% of our players are in that kind of MA3, MA4 divisions, and it's brilliant because it gives us that feeder ground. And different people want different things out of competitions. There are the guys that want to take it super seriously and focus in on a really pristine event. But
then there's me and you with kids at home that are just desperate to get out and play.
Exactly, and I'm more than happy just to have 18 tees and a frisbee in my hand and get out there and throw at things. But exactly that, for people that are playing in their very first tournament, they're not going to want to step up to a British Championship type event. They're going to want to play something local and course that they know, that they can get around with their friends, because there's still that massive social element obviously to sit with disc golf at this moment in time. But there's got to be that feeder for the people that want to start taking that step forward and move up into more professional events. It'd be great to see a British player on the Pro Tour out in the States going.
I think we're getting towards that. I just need to cut in there quickly because it looks like the MP40s are about to tee off. Nids, if you could just control the crowd. We'll carry on talking. We're MP40 now, and then FPO and MPO will be coming through. So we'll join FPO for the whole one, and then we'll follow MPO around. But yeah, it's exciting times to see the young players come through, and hopefully we can support a few to get out there on the European Tour next year. And who are your hot picks for the future, Phil?
Well, I mean, obviously we've got Noah and Joe that are the young guns coming through. Joe's obviously here. There's still a few older states.
We have James Luton next to us trying to place a claim, but we all think he's past it now. This might be his last chance.
Nearly 30 now.
Exactly, and then there's also multiple guys that are coming through that. So Conor McGowan, he's 27. He played nationals last year. Fantastic golfer, concentrating on ultimate at this moment in time because his body's still young enough and works.
Oh, we've just seen Ian Mcdougall on tee, and he's hit the first tree. He has got a 20-shot lead, which is going to help. Yeah, so players like Conor McGowan coming over for ultimate. He's won everything in ultimate that there is basically able to win. He was also a professional pole vaulter, if I made that up.
Maybe that's used to me. Surprised he's very athletic.
I'm sure I've seen something about a pole vault or something. He's maybe seen a pole vault event. I don't know.
Maybe, but there's
there's a man that I've played with many years, Paul Stoddart, who has such lovely form. I've always enjoyed watching Paul play. I've never actually understood how he doesn't beat me repeatedly, because whenever I play around with him, it feels like I've seen him throw great shot after great shot, like that one was there. And yet we get to the end of the round, and we're told he does beat me repeatedly, but we get to the end of the round and I've generally beaten him, even though I don't know how that's happened. But yeah, watching Stoddy throw is always a pleasure. He's got lovely, easy form, been playing for many, many years, toured over in the States for a while, along with someone I haven't seen in a long time, Scott Fitzgerald. Scotty Too Hottie, who's now residing in Germany. But it's lovely to see Paul still going in the MP40s.
Productions Director for the BDGA, so a slight vested interest in his performance this afternoon. So yeah, if you're ever a victim of newsletters or...
Wow, we've just seen a shot from Ian Mcdougall there. He's had to stretch out. He's hit the Mando tree, but not past the Mando. And I don't think I've ever seen him throw a shot like that. He's sort of stretched out sidearm. I didn't actually know he had a sidearm. I've played with him for many, many years, and I don't think I've ever seen that before. And that was a cracking shot. With OB all the way down the side, if you fade out early, he's put himself right in the fairway. He's got a chance to get up and down from here. Wow.
Yeah, just coming back to players that could well be for the future. I had the delights this weekend of playing with Jamie Rabbits from Bristol.
He can throw far.
He can throw it, and it's absolutely mile. But he's just got the most fantastic temperament around the golf course as well, which is something that obviously, it is fundamentally a game of golf. It is not a game of who can throw it the furthest. Otherwise, I still would have lost on both counts. But but he's one that I think over the next sort of couple of seasons could well be one to have a little look around.
Yeah, Jamie again's ultimate background. I think marathon runner, very fit, athletic guy, and just a general sportsman. So Ian's gone with the hyzer. It's the risky one. It's just crept back in. He caught the tree, but he got over. So he's looking at the putt, and something that Mcdougall is very well known for is his work around the greens. His putts go in. Might have a slightly unorthodox style. It's not always the prettiest to watch in his putting, but it's very, very effective, and it's certainly what he's known for on tour. He's got a good hyzer and a great putt, and he puts those two to brilliant effect around Manchester. We've actually got Harry Messenger with us here. We wanted to talk to for a while. He is the assistant TD here. We'll just let these guys play through, and then we'll have a quick word with Harry, because Harry's got some very exciting news from today as well, as being the assistant TD and putting on this great event. He's a frazzled man. He's very tired after the amount of hours they've put in this week. But don't let that put you off TDing, because it's very rewarding. That was Neil Pickett, who is a former BDGA Open Tour winner up at Mole once, many, many years ago, to everyone's astonishment. Phil Wood is laughing next to me here. Yeah, Neil has been playing for many, many years and has some multiple skills available to him. But yes, as I was saying, I've got Harry Messenger with me. So, good day, Harry?
Yeah, really good day.
Tell us more why.
So, on my second to last hole of the day, hole 7, I managed to get an ace.
Fantastic.
Playing as TD, and yeah, it's really good. That hole has been ace twice ever, and the other time was me. So
superb. So tell us about the shot.
Yeah, I used a Goldline River, my only trilogy disc in my bag. A little bit of a hyzer flip, a bit too high, a bit higher than I wanted, but it made it through the canopy.
Obviously not that high.
Yeah, perfect height it turned out.
Second, Paul Stoddart is just stepping up. He's got very nice drive. He's having to go with the Annie, which is tricky with this wind. So there's a chance he gets squashed. Yeah, it's done it and hit by the tree. Yeah. Oh, he's got through. It's putting. It's a risky one from there. You really do want to be to the left on the drive, but it was a lucky shot from him. But yeah, he's up there for the putt. So we're going to head back down the fairway now to make sure we're there for the FPO. You're coming down with us, Harry. We can carry on talking as we go.
Still here. Hello, everybody. Nice to have everyone join us. Really, I just want to say a few words about running the tournament, and I just want to give a massive shout out to our sponsors, Disc Golf UK and the BDGA. You've just heard from both of them, putting in an absolutely fantastic amount of sponsorship to give us probably the biggest payouts for any British event. Maybe not ever, but definitely since I've been involved in tournaments here. First place of MPO is taking home £350 today, so some real money on the line for once at a British tournament, which is really nice to see. And just want to give a massive shout out to them for their support, to Ian for running such a great event overall. Obviously I've done some of the work behind the scenes, but Ian's the man who has to make the hard decisions, so just massive respect to him, and thanks to all of the volunteers, all of the club members, and it's just been really great to get such a smooth running tournament. It was one of the first ones I've been involved in running, so this is my 4th tournament, and it's gone really well, so thanks to everyone.
It's been, despite the weather this morning, I think everyone's been having a great time, and it's all dried out now, so we're just walking back up the fairway to capture. Yeah, we know we've been through that one. We've had Harry's ace. Unfortunately, we didn't catch it on camera. We actually caught the aftermath, I believe. I was just doing an interview with the legend that is Aaron Heckman, and unfortunately we just stopped the cameras rolling as the shout went up around the course. But yeah, How are you still feeling after that? Buzzing?
Yeah, really excited, really happy. Yeah, really nice to get my first ever tournament ace. So,
is it your first tournament ace?
First tournament ace. Really great feeling. Really enjoyed all the things, and just hearing like my card on this again, really excited. But then hearing everyone else, who did that? I was Harry, and then them getting excited too was such a great feeling. So
fantastic. Well done, Harry. This has been a brilliant tournament. We are just back here by the first tee now. So we have Richard Hatton, Bella Tate, Phoebe Shambo, and someone else, and Sue Underwood. So Sean actually DNF today, but we only have a 4-card final, and I'm getting ready to tee off at the par 4. So hopefully Nathan is ready and filming, and we're not sure if Catch Cam is picking up yet because he should be there somewhere. But Rachel Turton on tee. After a fantastic performance at the Euros, she's come down to Manchester. That's a perfectly placed drive. Should give her a fairly straight shot looking at the basket. So now Bella by way of America. And that also looks a very nice drive. If it comes back, come back, get in bounds, and it's, it might be long. It is OB long. Confirmed by the spotters at the top. This is Phoebe Shambo on the tee. Looks very nice. Get some wind. It's just pushed back in bounds. Should be a good angle for the hyzer over the top of the analyzer around the corner. Now we've got Sue Underwood, who has been a part of British disc golf for many years now, and has always been a great player. Showing the rest how to do it, and still going strong. Should have space under there to take a shot from us. Yep. Good shots off the tee. We've got one OB just. Which is the first OB long we've seen. So we're just going to follow up the fairway and this will play out the whole hole. Unfortunately, we're only going to manage to get the one hole in, the FPO, but then we're going to come back for the full MPO division, who I just practiced putting. We just almost saw an injury from Daniel Adelie throwing past the basket straight at Joe O'Brien. Joe managed to slap it down using his frisbee skills. As we walk up the fairway there, James's putting's looking good, feeling confident. No, he's just airballed one as I said that. So discount everything I just said. So we're going to be up for Phoebe first. Probably is nicely in space. There's room for the hyzer out over the top. It looks like the wind's swirled around into a different direction, which is a bit odd because it was a tailwind here. Now suddenly feels like a headwind. It is a headwind. Well, that is very odd. So we've got probably about a 60-70 metre hyzer. It is playing over OB the whole way. I think it's the safer shot, the anhyzer. The anhyzer is a scary looking shot from here. Well, she might be lining up the anhyzer actually. Looks like a mid-range in hand for the Annie. Yeah, okay. Playing it safe. Alright, she's giving herself a putt. Very well played. Sensible. Didn't try too much because you need more than a 4. Going for the 3 from that location is there, but it was a risk. So Sue's a bit obstructed by the tree. She's got room though to swing it out for a hyzer to bring it in safe. And she's got a tunnel looking all the way through and plenty of experience. And that is a cracking shot right under. Hopefully not gone too long, because that was a beautiful looking shot. So Sue has been playing disc golf since, at least the 80s, I think. Must be late 80s. Ultimate, first of all, and has competed all over Europe and the world, and is still going strong. So yeah, Bella actually ended up a long way OB. That's probably the longest drive we've seen so far. She's got a tricky lie here though. She's a bit cut off. The hyzer line's not there. The wind has now suddenly rolled back around again, so it's behind us. And now it's coming a little bit over the left shoulder, which is going to make the anhyzer that she's going to have to try here if she wants to get to the basket. A really scary shot. 1, can you trust which way the wind's going to continue blowing, because it's getting very gusty. But 2, once it's up there, you've got the tree maybe 15 metres from the basket that's blocking things. And if it turns too much, you open up that faceplate to the wind, you could find yourself OB right.
Can you check your
So I'll be interested to see if she goes for it, or if she's just going to try and be safe and give herself a putt. Yeah, I think she's going to be a bit safer. She's not going all the way. She's looking to just get close. Yeah, that's very well played. That's superbly well played. That is a fantastic shot from a standout throw. She must be within about 6-7 metres there. And honestly, that's as good as I would have thought you could get there from that position. She was very cut off from the hole. So this is Richard Hatton now. One of the top rated players in Europe currently, 938 rating. 936 rating. Got it wrong, can't read, as I said, need glasses. Got an open line to the basket, she's in a good position. Should be able to go straight at it. Possibly even have a little run, although it's risky with the OB behind. Yep. Ooh, that wind. It will do though. It's a very good shot under the basket. That was a little squirrely for a minute there, but he got there. Yeah. So we're going to follow the FPO all the way through hole 1.
Yeah, just make sure they don't see off towards them. Who is it?
So we got Phoebe up next, who had that very nice hyzer shot over the top. She's about 15 metres. As I say, that tree's about 15 metres out. You can see almost above her head. She's going to be taking the long putt now. Having a run, but probably a half run with that OB behind in the mind. Oh no, she went for a pretty good run there. Wind pushing to the left. It was a safe run, shall we say. So it looks like we've probably got Bella up next, as I said, about 6-7 metres out. That was a lovely shot. So let's hope she can convert and save her 4. As it's deserved after that second. And the first was just unfortunate to go skip as long as it did. So we're going with a straddle putt. It might be a little tree in the way. Wind is swirling around. It suddenly now faces again. I don't think it knows what it's doing itself, but it might be a bit stiller there on the green. Oh, that's unfortunate. It's going to be a 5 for her. There's a great fight between the two, Rachel and Bella, but this is going to give Rachel 2 strokes on the first hole, which might be too much to overcome. Although there's holes out there that things can swing. We're just going to move over slightly. The camera can stay where it is probably. But we're just going to get out Sue's eye line. And she's got a 4 or 5 metre putt from there. Throwing with the typical Anheuser putt, and it goes. He's got a noted Annie putt. Sue, so Rachel is basically tapping out from 2.5-3 metres. Lovely upshot. Boom, in she goes. Very good 3 there. I've not seen too many 3s so far. That was a cracking one. Phoebe from about the same, and then Bella from about the same. So we've just got tap outs now. And we'll head back to the MPO and we'll see if we can catch up any video and hold ups or anything with the car in front. So they're all out and on their way. So that gives Rachel 2 shots extra going into the next. So we're going to head back down now to the next tee. So yeah, they might.
Who's this next side? Who's this going to get now? I need to set the score.
Hold them up, and that gives them a bit of a run through. Yeah, we've got.
Yeah, so probably.
Walking back down to the tee, we're going to have a little delay here whilst we just set up our graphics. And it's going to just open up a little bit of a gap to the hole in front, so we should be able to have a clear run through. Although most of this card are pretty quick. I'm just going to ask James to stop on tee a second so we can get things rolling.
James, hold it a second, we need to start graphics.
James just doing a bit of card tending, or not card tending, tee tending. Getting the leaves off the tee. We've got lovely concrete textured tee pads here, but if they get the leaves in, a bit of mud on, they can be tricky. But give us a couple of minutes and we'll be getting off with the MPO card.
Don't anyone want to score?
Right, how do we do this?
I need to grab
Grab an extra couple of batteries so we don't lose you out in the course, and we'll be back with you very, very shortly for the MPO League Card Final, which will be getting off in about 5 minutes the second we can just get things set up.
Bones, can you score?
We're just quick little wait on the tee before the MPO gets off, so bear with us. I'm just going to check with the card whether anyone's planning on going for the basket rather than laying up. So as I say, 5 minutes we will be there.
Oh yeah, mate. Sorry. Anyone actually planning down the basket?
No, we're all net.
I've got faith in you.
We just need to get names in here in a second. Talk amongst yourselves. Have a look down.
Yeah. Rich, give me 3 minutes.
No, it's probably be at least that. Don't rush it. Is the camera on him?
The camera's just looking at this.
Turn it once this way.
Alright, okay. I'll just turn the audio off.
All of our camera setup is right.
You're back on. Sorry.
We've got the first review.
You're on now.
Like winning, you know. Are you going to move into the I don't know. It's not bad yet.
Just let us get this set up. I don't really care.
Richard, we can go now, but just not have the scores on the screen.
I
don't know. Just
don't worry about the grumpy.
Wait. So what are the names?
James Nathan.
Yeah, Ben's a bit.
What was that?
James Nathan.
That's right. I think it's Charlotte.
How do you spell that?
L.
Yeah.
Joe.
And then who is
Joe O'Brien.
There's so much daylight, huh? There's only so much daylight.
Number 3 is from ACT. Yeah.
B-A-R.
Yeah.
L-O-W.
Oh, slow. Good.
Number 4. Charlie.
Yeah.
O'Brien again.
These are 2 blokes.
Tried pretty hard to get a solidly blue level for it.
5. Dan.
Right, so what are the scores?
Oh, right, yes, if I can.
Sorry about the radio silence there. We're just getting the names and scores in, and then the MPO will be getting off any second now. We've got James Luton on tee first. He's got a 4-shot lead over Joe O'Brien. Then we have Matt Parsley. Back, I think, another 5 shots from there. And then Joe's brother Charlie making up 4th place. And after the playoff that you saw about an hour and a half ago, you got Daniel Adelie in 5th place. And we're just getting the last bits and pieces in here. The joys of live production versus post-produced. You have less hold-ups in the post-production, but the FPO card have gone off their way, and we're just waiting now on MPO to get going. So the last details are going in now, and we will be off and running. So just final scores going in now. Okay. So just final setup on this, and then we are off and running. And hopefully it will all be worth it. As we're tuning in for the British Championships, final 9 in MPO. Yeah, we're good.
Scores up. Right. Chuck that over by the outside, over by the thing. Just by wherever, yeah.
So the wind's just picking up a little bit. Looks like we might be getting a shower through all those blue skies ahead. Might be a shower coming through.
Yeah, I need to just put these headphones on. And just hold that meter.
Pretty solid.
And we are about to get going. So on team we've got James Luton. So on team now, James Luton stepping up. It's the lengthened hole 1. So we're looking at about a 90-metre shot to the landing zone, and then James is standing nervous after a long wait. Apologies for that. And hopefully you're there with us now for the next hour or so. A couple of technical teething problems, but he's thrown a Pioneer straight through the gap. He's done very well there. It's going to get around the corner with the wind, and it's beautifully positioned. Up is Joe O'Brien. Can't see what he's throwing. He's very lefty. There's got a difficult wind swirling out there now. You can probably see the leaves blowing up. Trees in the background. He's going to be trying to throw a big Annie through this window. It's a difficult shot, and he has been waiting some time on. But he throws it beautifully. You see the wind though. I mean, he couldn't do better than that with the Annie. Annie's in wind always going to be difficult. It's safely middle of the fairway. We'll have a good hyzer into the basket. We've got Matt Parsley on tee now. And this right hand backhand player, ultimate combo. Again, can't quite see what he's throwing there. We'll try and get the discs as we go through. I know James had a red London calling Pioneer there from Latitude 64. A bit of noise behind the tee. Parsley throws high. It's going to be just round the corner. That's wow! It got a wind blow. That should be safe. Hopefully, catch can picked it up. Don't think it's out of bounds. I think that was fine. We've got Charlie O'Brien now, older brother of Joe. Looks like Matt might be horrible wind lift and go on OB there, which still is a pick up before. So I think Charlie's just trying to lay up. He's got a big distance there if he wants it. Yeah, big hyzer. Just going to let it drop down. Very well played. Beautifully played there. Got a nice little roll away, so you should have the best position of all of them so far. You've got Daniel Adelie now on tee. And Daniel is throwing his nuke again. Obviously he likes to reach for the nuke. Must be sponsored by Discraft and Bushing. He's got through the Mandos. That's what we need to do. Oh, it's a beautiful shot. Absolutely beautiful shot right around the corner there. Exactly where you want to be. He's far enough away from the basket. We should have an easy upshot. Little bit of a right hand backhand hyzer into the green. So we're just moving up the fairway now. Any groups finishing up on hole 9 to our right. We're now off and away from hole. So for anyone just joining us, welcome to British Championships in the final 9. In our first ever Tip.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I've cursed that one. Yeah, he just didn't throw it. Came out low, came out slow. So Matt is looking for where he went. It was a big drive, but it went through the gate. That's so unfortunate. He's hit the place. He could have gone out. It's highly unlikely for that to have happened, but it has. That's a hell of a drive from Matt, and he's just got very unfortunate there because he was, circle 2. He's got up 2 on the drive, and that's a big drive and a tricky drive through that Mando and in that wind. But he's going to take his putt now. He's got a tree to get around, so it's an obstructed putt. So he's taking a knee, forehand up. Good shot, skidded forward, but it should be inbound still. I mean, he's circle's edge, but from his drive, that's not where he wants to be. But this one behind that OB lurks close. That's a very good run, nice straight, lots of spin, just low. Very brave attempt there. It looked like he properly committed to it, just didn't quite get the height. It's a good way to start the fight. Hasn't really got anything to win or lose, so he might as well go for everything. And he's 6 shots back from... Oh no, he's about 3 shots back from Charlie, so he actually could overtake. So it looks like Charlie got very fortunate with the branch that kicked him down. It's leaving him about 8-9 metres out. Probably just him over Matt Parsley. You've got Joe O'Brien's about 7 metres out, Matt Parsley about 6-7 metres out. He probably could take a metre from the edge. Depends where the OB line is in the hedge, because he is in an obstructed position there. But he made the putt anyway, so it doesn't matter. Very good putt from Charlie. It's nice seeing these confident putts early. It's the confidence of putting from the age of 5-6 onwards. Oh, he's been rattling chains for years. And now Joe's stepping up left-handed to his brother's right. As you can see, one's gusting out in front, one's dropping straight down there. You're not really learning a lot from that. But he's 6-7 metres. He wants this to stay on James's tail. So he's in the hunt now, Joe. And he makes it. He makes it for his 3. That's very well played. So that was the sort of putt you don't want on your first, that you got to make. They're just in that shaky zone where you know you should make it, but you can easily not. So Matt is putting into a headwind. He's going to be putting from low, as I think he's obstructed. Getting rid of some debris on his lie. It's like the rain has gone away again. It was out, and now it's disappeared. Leans towards the putt and pops it in. Now it's James up for a 4 or 5 metre putt, 4 metres. Should make it. But again, it's a just scary distance. The wind's dropped for him now. If he takes it quickly, there's no wind blowing, and he does. Well in for his 3. So it'll be a tap out for Daniel to move on, and we're moving on to hole... What hole are we going to, Ian?
Hole 2.
Hole 2. It was said with confidence over here. Fortunately, someone knows what they're doing. Steve is here to give us the news. I should probably look to the final 9 layout. Okay, so it is the normal Manchester hole 3, which is certainly one of the best holes on the course. It's a 125 metre par 3. They've put in a nasty OB zone in front. But you've got this big pine hedge that you've got to go through on a small gap, and it opens up. It takes a big drive. You've got to hit. Just checking on our cameras, what's going on. We're just on one camera at the moment. We're just having some issues still with the other camera. Oh no, it looks like catch camera now. So here we go. The normal blue hole. It's, as I said, it's around 125 metres. The basket is elevated. There is an OB zone at the front of the basket. I think it plays as a par 4, but it really is a par 3. Especially at this level. These guys have all got the distance to get there. But it takes a controlled shot. You probably need to turn something over a bit or flip something up to attack it. The hyzer bomb may be there for the biggest of arms. Certainly a safe hyzer bomb is there. I'm not sure if an attacking hyzer bomb is to these guys. That would be the Lizotte line though. We've got James first up. The wind is blowing right to left. You can afford to really give it a run. Go at it. Because there's not too much danger. Oh, I think maybe there is OB out to the left as well. Looking at some flags blown in the wind over there, so actually he does need to keep it a bit straighter. It looks like he's going big though, which is nice to see. So we've got catch cam down to the right. We're standing to the right of the tee. There's nowhere behind the tee to video on this one, I'm afraid. So we're going to have to go side on. James, it looks good. It looks really good. What a shot. He's happy with it. He's very happy with it. That is a great shot, and he's just stayed short of the OB. I actually thought he was getting all the way there. He likes it. There's a bit of emotion coming out there. That was a very good shot on a very difficult hole. He's probably within about 12 metres. He is putting uphill. He's next, but I actually thought he was all the way onto the bank with that. It looked great out of the hand. So Joe, left-handed, he's going to be fighting the wind the whole way. So if he puts too much hyzer down, it's going to get pushed down. And if he turns it over, he's going to get. So this is a tricky one with this wind for Joe. He's going to take a couple of runs at it. And hopefully Catch Cam can pick up our whole flight down the other end there. It's a lovely looking rip. He's turned it over the perfect amount. That is a lovely shot. Straight up the middle. I don't think Joe was going for it on that. But he's hit it big straight up the middle. Probably looking to get an easy 3. Not risk anymore. No, Charlie, his brother, up. Charlie's definitely got the power to get there. He's got the right hand, which with this wind helps. Can really afford to let rip at it. And hopefully we can see some fireworks here. Oh, it's looking a great shot if it gets past that tree, and it does. Oh, it's coming round onto the bank. It might be OB. Oh. If it's not, it's a brilliant shot. But yes, who have we got up next? It's Matt Parsley up next. Oh, he's got under it a bit. That with the wind, he's got away with the wind's dropped. Has he? No, he might be out of bounds there.
No, he's okay.
Okay.
Short enough to be fine.
Short enough to not be a problem. The wind dropped luckily for him there, so he didn't go quite as well as it could have done because he opened up the whole of the underside. And this is Daniel. Plays nice and fast, flips it up, but same problem. Wind is low now. Yeah, it's good. Same place as Matt, pretty much. We're moving on, so we're safely off the tee on hole 3, which can be a tricky one. Yeah, you hit early here. Should be.
Just getting late.
Just moving on up now. It looks like we've got Matt Parzo up first, or is it Daniel Adelie? Daniel Adelie's up first. Just having a couple of little issues with the primary camera. Hopefully fixed very, very soon. We've got Catch Cam running there. They're just having a little talk as to who's going first. And it looks like Daniel Adelie is going to go at it with sidearm. Okay, an interesting choice into this wind. Very well played, and he hits the bucket. What a run. What a run. That was brave. And you go long there, which the sidearm is obviously doing. So Joe is around about probably 15 metres out. And he's going to try and get it up and down. You don't want to go too straight at this because you go past, it's on a big mound. Quite sure where the OB runs here. It's a good run, sit. He should be fine. It's well played. which is very unfortunate. James was in a brilliant position off his. It's about as good as you can get. He was actually almost pin high off to the left. He's got a putt uphill. It is into the wind up a hill, so it's a tricky one. Charlie is putting downwind, so he can really afford to get aggressive on this one. Should feel confident with the wind behind him. And his putt fades off to the left, so it's, yeah, very well putted. Very good shot. So James is here, he's about 10 metres out to the left, putting uphill, wind's dropped again for him. Oh, he's laid up. That is a very sensible decision. He hates himself for it, but he has done exactly the right thing. I don't know if we caught his reaction on camera there, but he's gone to his knees laughing at himself. But he did the right thing. He's laid up. He's going to make sure of a 3 here, because if he went long, he could horribly go wrong. You know, you could blow your round up on this hole. The wind is swirling. I mean, it's dropped actually for Matt for his comeback here. So Matt's looking for a 3. He's been all over the hole, but that is a great 3 and a great putt. Not easy, uphill about 10 metres. Fantastic putt there from Matt Parsley. So it looks like Joe may have had a bit of a roll off the back. Looks like he's up next. So we're having some problems with the live scoring, unfortunately, but not to worry, because I have a man with a phone and we can keep you updated throughout. So it was birdies from James, from Joe, and from Charlie on the last hole, with 4s from Matt and Daniel Adelie. Joe is putting out for about 6 metres, slightly uphill, wind's behind there. Taking a few pumps as he does to feel comfortable and settled. And he makes it, centre chain, confidently put down. Well played. It's always been well played by everyone. I feel very, very sorry for Charlie if he was actually out of bounds. I'm still a little confused as to where the out of bounds line goes. How small is it? Oh God, it's all the way up the bank. So if you hit any of this bank round of bounds, okay. So Charlie was very unfortunate there. He just slipped over. But yeah, so as you can see on the camera there now, the out of bounds is just on this banked area in front, which is a tricky one. But yeah, unfortunate Charlie. James landed perfectly. But yeah, so James has just laid up from within the circle, and I love seeing it, I have to say. Laying up from within the circle.
Everyone loves it.
It's what we've all tuned in to see. It's those hot butts. No, you did entirely the right thing. We're playing golf, James. We're not playing throw far. We're not playing make big putts. We're playing golf. So we're now playing Longford Park normal hole 4, which is a very fun hole playing into a hollow. So it's around about a 90-metre hyzer. There's a tree on the right that grabs a lot. If you go low, so you've got to put it up there. With the wind behind, it should be relatively easy. You can afford to go very wide on this hyzer. James on tee again. Again, there's not many places behind the tee at Longford to give us a good filming position. So we just come out to the left. We've got a catch cam up the top that will hopefully captures the shots getting down into the sunken green, because the sunken green is it's a fun little feature they've got here. It's the old ball golf bunker once upon a time. And once you get inside it, it's the easiest of drop-ins. Quite a few aces on this one, but if you're outside it, the putt down inside can be a tricky one. It's an interesting hole. They're just taking scores. So it was 3 there for James, 3 for Joe, 3 for Charlie because of the OB, and Matt Parslow 3, and Daniel I think with the 3. So 3's around. Scores haven't changed. James has just been distracted by a bit of noise off the tee. We've got a gallery now watching this card go through, and there's quite a few locals that weren't playing the tournament have come out to watch. You see the wood henge just off to the left here as we come round. It's a bit inside, but it's pretty safe. Yeah, he's got a putt. He's the good side of it, so it's a bit lower on that side. He should be able to putt down. Didn't get a round of applause, which surprises me because that was a good shot. And Joe, this is a tricky one for Joe. He does need I believe we're going to see a forehand from him. We are. So this is quite a new thing in Joe's arsenal, predominantly being a backhand player. There really isn't a left-hand shot here with this wind. So he's going to try and swing out a forehand, nice and wide, maybe get a skip in. It's a bit low, but he's gone for the skip. Yes, he's got a great first skip. Oh, and it's carrying and carrying and carrying. What a shot. Right on the edge of the mound. I thought he'd grounded that out too early, but it skipped and skipped and skipped all the way down. So he's got about a 4 or 5 metre putt over the mound there. That was a lovely shot. As Ian has just said next to me, it was a Sally Gunn hop and a skip over the hurdles. One after another after another. So brother Charlie, this is big highs bomb territory for Charlie. And that's definitely his shot. So expected to here, because he's got the height, he's got the swing, it's not come over enough. I think he probably played for a bit of wind that didn't come. He's in an okay position, he's close, but it's not as close as I thought he'd make it to. He's had a good bit of ground play. So Matt Parsley again should be a fairly easy right hand backhand hyzer for him. As long as you get it high enough, it takes out all the danger here. You can just do a stalled hyzer. Oh, that is very nice looking. Sit down for the ace. Ooh, just on the back side of the mound. Right, Daniel Adelie up next. Don't think it's his nuke this time. Looks like an MVP disc. Suppose it's not the nuke on the big hyzer. It's gone out wide. That's the tree. That's the one on the right hand backhand. You've got to get up and over it. That's the only danger, and it's stuck up in the tree there. It's just a touch low. Almost a good shot. It's one of those. It's hard to see off the tee actually, because we're into winter now. Well, still autumn, but it's lost all its leaves, so you can't see the delineation of it anymore. As we're walking up the fairway, there's some discs all the way around the basket there. I cannot see from my position quite how close they all are, but certainly a couple close. Joe's forehand skippers, something quite spectacular actually, looking at where it's landed up and seeing the path it's gone from. Straight line here. That's a very good shot. But we'll have Daniel up first. The disc is somewhere up this tree. And we're about 30 metres out. It's going to be an obstructed lie, and you can only just see the top of the band. Oh, he's actually come down out the tree, so it's not too obstructed. He's come down the right side, which is good, because if he was backside, he's taken a knee on ultimate lid. There we go, clever. Not bothering marking, he's using the disc as it is. He's thrown a sidearm. Very strange grip. I've not actually seen Daniel play before in that grip. Looked very odd, but it's very effective. Oh, he's inside the ground. That's an easy three. It's a very well played shot from a tricky position. I love that he's got an ultra star there, actually for this particular situation, to come kneel down. That's old school skills. You don't see that too much anymore. A very nice forehand right under. Tricky line came through on it. So the yellow disc you can see there in the front is Joe's. Charlie is just out to the right, so he really did get some good ground play there, because he was a lot wider than that. Yeah, it's a makeable putt now. He's tall enough to have a look at it. It's probably James's circle's edge. No, he's within side the circle, I think. We've got the yellow lines painted here. I just can't see him under the leaves because of the trees. Oh, he's comfortably inside. 7 metres. He's at the right side of this. As you can see from the mound, it's a horseshoe mound. When you get to where James is, you've got a normal putt to a slightly lower basket. If you're on Charlie's side, you're trying to putt over that mound and down into it. And it does get tricky. Just adds a little bit of difficulty. It is a classic right-hand backhand hole. what you're looking to do is thunk into the bank where Charlie's standing now, just have it plunk over the edge, or just put it straight in. That's the easiest way. But hitting this right hand side of it just takes all the speed out, and just make sure you end on there. So first, it looks to be about 2 metres inside the circle, so 8 metre putt. He's got to get it up over the hill and down. As I say, he's tall enough these days, so that shouldn't be a problem. And he hits chains. I can't actually see. I think it's flopped out. That looked a solid hit of chains. We're just in Matt's way, so we'll move out the way slightly. He's gone long, probably about 7-8 metres. Crouches and pops it away. It's a very nice putt. He's got a very efficient putt, Matt. There's nothing unnecessary in it. It's all usable. That's something he's obviously developed in the last year. So he's a very new convert to the sport, but he's developed a very solid putt. James has a very punchy putt. Nice to see. He drops his weight down, up, and then fires it. And when it's on, it's very good. I spoke too soon. Joe's tricky one. We'll have a rundown on the scores in a minute after this. So Joe's just got to make sure he gets it down. It's a weird putt, this. I've been in this position before. It should be easy, it's right there. But you're never used to putting downhill. Lovely putt from Joe. Slams it away. So that's a great 2 for Joe, which brings him 1 stroke closer to, he's now 21 under par, versus James tapping now for 24 under par. Matt with a 2 there, taking him to 15 under par. Charlie O'Brien with a tapping 3 will be on 12 under par. And Daniel Adelie with a great recovery for the 3 there for par, stays at 8 under. So it sort of gaps the same way all the way through this. He's still within range. He's actually just putted out with an Ultra Star. I love it. Style points right there. A very nice pink Ultra Star too. Alright, so we're moving on to normal Longford hole 5, I think. It's normal 5, I believe.
Normal 5. Definitely.
Yeah. 1 second, just going to make sure Catch Cam knows where it's going. Is it definitely normal 5, guys? Can we just confirm?
Yeah, blue 5.
Blue 5, okay. We did read the plan beforehand. That was quite some time ago we read that, so normal 5, once again. I see why they say it's a right-hand backhand highs, of course. This is around about 95 metres. It is into a headwind now, so this might actually help Joe on this one. You can just punch it out there and let it fade. But it's a very... we had it from Harry earlier, that's 5. So it's 5, then it's 6 to 7, and then 9. Or 8, 9. Yeah. Yep, so... Sorry, a little bit of confusion.
105.
105 metres from a slightly elevated tee. It's a classic right-hand backhand hole. You do have... Oh, those trees have grown up since I was last here. They're starting to get to a height where they could cause a bit of trouble. Right on the OB line there, on the right-hand side. We're going to see Joe O'Brien up first and see how the lefty plays this into the headwind. And I think he's just going to try and punch probably a fairway driver even, a straight line at it and have it fade over. Use the wind. Or is he going to go sidearm again?
This isn't sanctioned either.
Because there must be a low skippy sidearm play there, exactly the same as the last hole. This wind is pushing sort of head right to left. It's a tricky one to judge. Right hand backhand is going to be depending on disc choice. Get the right disc choice, you'll be fine. We've got a nasty looking rain cloud to our right coming through, which I think might be hitting us very soon. So Joe's on tee now.
I'm going to switch.
It's a tricky one here. Joe's got to make his mind up as to how to play it. There's a very nasty rain cloud coming along. Hopefully it just misses us. It's going to be a wet one. What do you think? So Joe looks like he's going to try the turnover. I'm not sure if he's going to force it over or if he's going to let it drift. It's a rock thrown and letting it drift. Too much. I was unreliably informed, told it was a rock and it was not. It changed from a rock. Didn't look like a rock. It's a very difficult hole for a lefty, especially with that wind. Apparently I've got a spider on my head, I can stand still too long. So Matt Parsley now, this should be a perfect hole for Matt. Can throw it a little bit over the heads of those trees and just let it swing around. But that wind is just picking up and the rain's coming down. Just need to make sure our camera is undercover enough. He's got the height and he's turned it. Oh, and he's still turned it. That's got a fight to get back. I don't think it's going to make it. Oh no, it has. No, it hasn't. Not quite. I think it's just OB.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one just had it and sucked it over slowly.
Yeah. I don't know if it's me or not.
Conversation. It should be James or Charlie. Hang on, why is it? Yeah, it's Charlie and then James. Just getting a bit confused over the order there. Looks like James is going with Pioneer again, which is the wind fighting disc. Charlie should. Oh, he's got the same, but he's got the height there. That should bring it back nicely. It's a big right hand backhand highs ball. Left it very wide, but safe. You know, he's got a 15 metre putt. Right to left, windish behind.
Yeah,
should be able to bring it across.
After this one, just go. So
James now on tee with the Pioneer. I think he might go a slightly lower line than Charlie. Charlie went very high there. Feels like he's lined up slightly lower, punchy straight through. Yeah, he is always early release, but he's got away with it. He can pick up a 3 there. Early race, we've got Daniel Adelie now. Here's the nuke again. Ooh, there's a wind coming down here. This nuke could turn over on him. Could get interesting. He's just slipped off the back of the tee. He's just going for an entertainment round with us. Pink Ultra Stars. Weird shot, slips off tees. It's high. Oh, it might be okay actually. Can't see it from here, I've lost sight of it, but he should be. I don't think he's made it OB, so that looks like it should be alright. Got a putt from the left, get obstructed. They're just going over to check the status, but I don't think he's made it all the way to the out of bounds there, which is tucked a long way left. It's hard to go OB left. The normal mistakes you see here is what Matt did, where it just keeps sucking over to the right and then ends you up OB there. And if you never come back, you're right back at the corner here, which is a 50-60 metre upshot. So James, about the same, 50-60 metres. Yeah, we're only about 45-50 off the tee here. So he's going to be going for his putter probably, which is one of his AVRs. Been putting with AVRs for a long time. Maybe he's using a driver actually to get around the corner. Yeah, I think he's spike highs now. Okay. Not going with the putter. So James is just trying the spike highs with the driver, probably a Firebird. Ooh, get some wind. I mean, he's got a putt, but it's 15 metres. He's safe at least, but he could be losing a stroke to Joe if Joe can get up and down. We just lost catch cam for a minute because he's getting the rain cover because the heavens are open in here. Gone from bright blue skies So we've just got a bit of discussion here at the moment with where Matt Parsley went out. He did turn over quite late, so he's looking to be going here from about the corner. So it'll be him up next. Bushnell range finding at 53 metres. I mean, I'm not entirely sure that's necessary, but then I am a bit old school, so yeah. I'm not a huge fan of the whole Bushnell revolution. Because the wind. Yes. I'm not sure that many people have the skill set necessary to know the distance that they're throwing, quite frankly. But they'll go ahead and do it. So Matt is throwing it.
We're right next to red here, so
he's going side on with a mid-range, must be drone or something similar. It's gone low, it's very good. Sit down. Oh, it's got a nasty skip on his behind the bush. That carried on in this wet grass, which once was a ball golf green. So this whole Longford Park was an old golf course many years ago. Had terrible drainage issues, which it still has today, but slightly better than it was then. And the council gave up running it and gave permission to the disc golf course. You heard it hopefully earlier. We got an interview with Alan Heckman, where we might be able to play at some point in the downtime, where he talks about how the course came together. So Joe is just now here in the trees on the left. He's about 40 out. I think he's got a window through. Wind sort of pushing right to left, a little bit head. He should be okay. We're just trying to cover the camera with the umbrella because it's throwing down some rain at us at the moment. So it looks like Joe is going to, he's got room for the backhand. Looks like he's throwing a putter. Off in the, he's going to try, it's not really the space to the left, so he's going to have to ante this with the wind. That's a tricky anhyzer to achieve. Oh no, he's gone low under. Wow, it's brave and it's superbly done. Fantastic shot. I didn't think that low canopy route was going to be available to him from there, but he's done that very well. Especially with a putter. I thought maybe a driver to skip out underneath, but it's a very well played shot. Much safer. That's why he's 1,013 rated and I'm not. So who have we got? Daniel, I don't think went OB, but has got relief in the OB fence. He did go OB. Oh, maybe he did go OB, then someone's gone out to get it for him. Wow, you don't often see them actually go all the way over there. That wind must have really got under it. So we've got, Charlie, after a good drive, 15 or so metres, just laying up. Yep, sensible. Well played. With this wind now, it really has got nasty. Daniel's 12, 13 out. Just having to think about it. Oh no, sorry, we're going James first. About the same, 12, 13 out. Now he wants to make this to save his par. He's got his trusty AVR. He knows he can do it. He's a great putter when he's putting well. He's given it a run, just low, but that's good. He gave it a run, it's in for 4. There's another one back for Joe, but wow, he's coming out with all the trick shots, Daniel, now. That was a little air bounce, nose up, run. I'm not quite sure what he's doing there, but I love it. Keep it entertaining. You've got to have fun out in the course, haven't you? And that was, that was an intentional air bounce. I'm not sure if he had a little branch in front of him. Looks like he's going for it again. He is. Oh, it's a good run. Another little nose up air bouncer. There's some old school frisbee skills there. I don't actually know much about Daniel's background, I'm afraid, but there's obviously frisbee involved in what he's doing here. So Matt Parsley's got an obstructed straddle, just about the circle's edge, just inside, maybe 9. There are lines painted, but we've got yellow leaves everywhere, so I can't see them. This is a great putt again. It's a really good putt. Confident stroke in gusty conditions. putting really well there. So that's going to move Matt up to 16. No, it's not. He was out of bounds. So what am I talking about? That's actually going to lose him straight down to 14 under. But I'm talking absolute rubbish. James here will be moving down to 23 under. If he taps this out, then Joe is most certainly going to tap out for 22 under. No, par, sorry, 21 under still. I need to get my scores right. That's why I've got the beautiful Ian McNider next to me, showing me what the scores are going to be. So yeah, James has lost the stroke there down to 23 under. Joe stayed steady at 21 under with par, and that Parsley down to 14 under after a great recovery from four. I forgot the OB stroke. Charlie laid up very nicely. Still on 12 under, and Daniel I think was a 5 there, so he's going to be down to 6 under, but we got to see some fun shots whilst he was doing it, so that's what it's all about. Exactly. Yeah, Joe recovered well there. It was a lovely second shot. Really enjoyed that. Now we are playing an amalgamation hole here in the finals. This is hole 627. It's a big long hole. It's into a headwind. I've played this hole before without a headwind, and it was great fun. With this headwind, I'm not so sure. It's a long way down there to 7. Yeah, for this, fair enough. We could use a range finder in this, I'll allow it. For 50 metres, I'm not so sure. Yeah, we'll go with mine in Mcnider's old school distance. It's a long way down. So that's good. The rain covers looking for the camera, so hopefully the rain's actually just stopped as soon as the rain covers have got in. So it's trotting up scores. Gives us a little second to get the scores on there. We did have quite a few things we were hoping to get played, but because the conditions have been a little bit difficult here, we're having to be careful with the equipment. So at the moment, our lead camera is not able to do the graphics we were hoping to update, and we had some interviews we were going to put in downtimes like this, but it's just a bit tricky for us to do it, so you'll have to bear with us first time out. We know for the future what we can do when it's not gusty and windy and wet and horrible.
That's why I would assume so. I would assume the
In Britain, though it probably always will be gusty and wet and windy and horrible. But I hope you're enjoying our coverage. Keep things going through the downtimes. We actually had whole front crews meant to be going up on each beforehand so you could see them. That's lots of fun. But we'll have to get those involved in our post-production coverage instead, which will be coming. So we have Joe Bryant on tee. Left-handed, he doesn't have any room to swing a hyzer here, so he's going to have to put some shape on into a headwind if he wants to get the distance. There is space once you get past the initial choke point, but not like down there. Looking to try and get 120 odd metres down the fairway, so he can have a look at getting there for 2. Catch cam's just going down the fairway. Hands getting very cold from holding this microphone. This 6 to 7 on hole 8 and hole 9 to play. We've got 2 shots in it. Between Joe O'Brien and James Luton, it looks like it's those two only in the round for the British Championship title. And it's a good fight. We've got 4 more holes off this, sorry, I was wrong. We've got 10 as well. Didn't realise that was being played. Okay, we need to speed up a bit.
Guys, can I just jump in and get the shot?
Yeah.
Right, so Joe is now on tee. Swinging from high to low to high. But the wind's dropped a little bit as he stepped up on the tee. And he's made advantage of it, and that is a cracking drive. Just got the turn it needed to get the distance. Pushed it out there, lovely skip on. It is a fantastic drive from Joe. He took a full advantage of that wind dropping. I don't think he full powered it, but he certainly made the most of it. So it's going to be a good 120 metre drive down there. Charlie, this will be interesting. Charlie has got room to swing a hyzer, but there are some trees growing up now. Whether he tries to flex it and really go for distance, it'd be nice to see. He hasn't really got anything to lose at this stage. I would like to see Charlie go something aggressive here. It's always fun seeing what to me is a young kid, but not anymore, throwing a long, long way. In my head, he's still a young kid. Release. Didn't quite get the turn it needed. Yeah, pure highs the whole way. It was a well played shot. Would be able to throw a big one in a second. Right, that Parsley looks like he wants to speed through this one. Planted very open. That was strange. I'm not sure if that's just a run through practice shot thing. Not really seen that play live before. Wind is just picking up. Ooh, down the tunnels, this tee does tunnel the wind right in your face, and it can feel scary sometimes when this one comes at you. It's so easy to just get the angle wrong and turn it over to the right, or there is a wind that actually you can then find you two guys with the rubbish angle. He's waiting it out, and brilliant so far in 30 seconds.
I think that was easier than one.
Yeah, possibly. There are cyclists just going outside of the hedge line. But they can't have been very lenient so far in 30 seconds. Something that might be being tightened up by the PGA in the next year or two. As there are lots of accusations of slow play out there. Here goes Matt. He's kept it very low. It's not going to get very far. I think he's slipped a bit on the tee though. He's trying to rush through it. Once the wind felt a bit lower. James is going to be a bit upset now. He's gone for a long distance driver, so I think this is I'm not sure what that is. Normally he used to throw bosses, not sure if he does anymore. It's not the Pioneer this time. It's going to be somewhere fairly stable, overstable into this wind. It's a great connection on it. It's a great shot. Skip. Skip some more. That's a lovely shot. Very well played into this tough wind. Controlled it all the way down there. You always know he likes his shot when he walks off with this angry stomp, clapping away. Daniel, he's got very nice form, Daniel. I like it. And that is just easy cruising distance. Up there, good position for the Heisman in a second. And we roll on. AJ Destroyer. I haven't seen one of those around in a while. Still as overstable as they once were. The joys of your father being a disc set that you can get your hands on the ones you want. Yeah, it was a very nice throw there. And we can see the basket way off down in the distance there. Matt is still looking at probably got to be the best part of 150, I'd have thought. So Michael Shark is just fine on it with his little handheld Bushnell. And that is how myself and Ian would describe it. How far are we, Michael? 150, see? This is why I don't need a Bushnell. 150, exactly as I said. So that flips up, it's beautiful. Oh, it is beautiful shot. What a shot. Very nicely played. Lovely hyzer flip. Wind had actually dropped for it. I'm not sure if it had gone so well if the wind had gusted. But that was a lovely shot. He must be within 20 from that, I'd have thought. The flags you can see crossing the fairway, I don't think we'll be playing out of bounds for this one. They were for the earlier hole layouts, where the basket for this one is round to the right over here. Rain is just starting to come down again. It really does need to make its mind up as we walk on. So there was some good drop in the cut. Looks like, is that Daniel up first with his nuke? No, it's Charlie. He'd gone a bit further with his AJ Destroyer. A classic old school thrower. I say old school thrower. The AJ Destroyer came out about 2011-12. Quite a few runs. Certain runs are very sought after. James is very happy with his drive. It was a cracking drive, kept on skidding on. I think Joe has got the... No, I think maybe James has got the longest actually. Champ on James. 105 Charlie's got to the tee, so he's probably looking mid. Maybe, depends on what the wind's feeling. No, he's got a drive around. I thought this was within his mid-range, but... That's sawed off early. That could be dangerous there on the left. Should be alright. Don't think there's OB there. I've got an umbrella over my head, which has been very nicely held for me by Croydon Luard. Didn't have the best of tournaments compared to his usual silky standards. So Daniel Adelie just trying his nuke. Looks like he's going with the nuke again, which is 100 metres. Kind of surprised. Fairly open.
Whole distance for the both.
So it was about 120 metres on his drive. I think James has gone about 135 off his drive, maybe, because he's gone a bit further right. Big old foot fault, but I don't get to call it. That's a lovely shot. Oh.
James. Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
You're going to call it. You're going to call it. You're not going to pull it. It was called on air.
So we have Joe O'Brien. No, it's James up first, is it? I can't work out. He threw his champ boss in the one before. Oh, I'm just in the way of the camera. Apologies. It's Sean Lee from FPO. She DNF'd this morning, not feeling too good. So she wasn't seen in the final. But she's caddying for James. James giving his disc a good try. Looks like this shower should be pushing through over our heads any second. Wind's dropped again. I think James is going... He's going driver as well, I'm surprised. It's fairway driver of some form. Looks like a T-bird, metal flake. His umbrella is about to blow and annoy him. Yeah, I think he distracted himself with the umbrella there. Oh, what a kick. The trees gave him much love there. Now this is a lovely position for Joe stepping up with space for the left-handed throw to hyzer in. He doesn't really need to go that far. He's about 135 off the tee. So it's going to be about 90 metres or so to the basket. And that for Joe should be a nice hyzer of the fairway, I'd have thought. Probably get his Firebird out, something like that. Looks like a much loved disc, so it probably might be a higher speed. No, it's about Firebird really. Got enough space there to do exactly this, and it's going to come in perfectly. Sit down, that could hit it. Oh, right in front. Lovely shot from Joe. Used all the space that was available to him, used it really, really well. We've got an umbrella that's blowing inside out now, which shows you what's happening with the wind. It's yeah. We are playing in just perfect British conditions, the British Championships. This is exactly what you'd expect in Manchester of October, and it's delivered. So thanks, Rain. Bedworth last year, exactly the same. It wouldn't be a British tournament if it wasn't wet and windy and horrible. We do see sun every now and again. We generally mark them as public holidays when we get a bit day of sunshine. I need to emigrate somewhere hot. Yeah, James just got a fantastic luck with a kick.
It missed all of us, it hit the silver birch.
Back off the silver birch and into the fairway. You wouldn't have thought there was a silver birch strong enough. So all these trees to our right, just as we're stopped here, have all been planted by the Manchester Club. Fantastic vision of planting here. They're mixed woodland, so it's there for insects, it's there for bees, things like that. They're all foot-high whips that were put in. They've grown up over the last few years to create this, and there's lots of other places like this around the course. But that's one of the lovely things about the Manchester crew is all they do around the course, all the work they put into it. It's the unseen hours, and they always need as much help as they can get with it. But yeah, so James has got about 30 metres. Looks like he's going with I don't know what that disc is. I don't remember him throwing that before. Some sort of overstable putter. Very nicely thrown. Good run. More aggressive than I thought he was going to go there. But, looked like a heart profile, but I don't think it was a heart. Matt is going with a little forehand flick. 25-30 metres out. Harp. James's was a harp. I called it right. I do know one or two things about disc golf. Who knew? Oh, that's a touchy shot. With the wind blowing. It's a funny one because give Matt Parsley an ultra star and a teammate in the end zone there, and he'll float one into him all day long. It's the pressure of the golf course. What it can do to you. So it looks like everybody's just about in the circle now. No, we've got one lake left. That was Charlie, wasn't it? Here's a good one to actually see the painted circle for future reference. Yellow in autumn is not a brilliant plan. That's
Charlie, you're short, mate.
Charlie, you're over there.
Charlie, you buy the wildflower sign.
Charlie was getting a little bit optimistic with how far he'd thrown. It was not the best shot I've ever seen from him. He's actually just gone over one of the old oaks, and there are wildflowers planted in here for the bees, which is lovely. We love seeing that.
This is sometimes OB.
We've got a few courses with wildflowers on now. Quarry Park's just planted loads. Bedworth's always got its wildflower beds. Big part of our sport is being ecologically friendly. Working with the land, not against it. So Charlie is looking here about 20 metres out. No, not even out, 15. It's a good up, half run. We've not seen any amazing shots out here, unfortunately, in putting green yet. Conditions are against us for that. If you do see anything going for length, they've done well. So it looks like it's probably... We got the FPO group on hole 10, just across from us there. Belatate was just putting out, and Sue's just dropping in. Got Joe O'Brien in here now, he's about 8 metres. Got the wind behind him. It's a good one with left-handed direction it's coming from. Sort of pushing in from his right so he can afford to get it up and have a little run. It's not going to get pushed on the hyzer. Takes his many confidence building pre-pumps. Cans the putt to put the pressure on James. That is going to take him within one shot. Oh, so in the FPO, Rachel Turton's had a storm. She's 1 down so far, taking a 3 down overall. Belatate 4 over, takes it to 3 over par. It's been a great fight from both of them all weekend. Phoebe Shambhala back on 11 and Sue Underwood on plus 24. James is now putting from about 6 metres. Pressure is now on from Joe. I wouldn't say he's big putted in, but he certainly put the pressure on him. It's a putt he should make, the wind has dropped. Oh, and he slid off the chains. Right side. They are now level par. 4 shots have been taken back. So James has dropped a shot on there with the bogey to Joe's birdie. You can just hear the wind flying above our heads. It hasn't actually hit down here on the floor. You can hear it in the trees. As Matt Parzo steps up, about 6 metres. And he's canned the putt again. His putting game has been very solid today. We've got Daniel just to tap out, I think, and Charlie to tap out. It's the Ultra Star again. It's not often you see the Ultra Star cracked out and around. It's lovely. I love seeing it. On we go. Yeah, so moving on. Joe played that one incredibly well. Fantastic three. Lovely drive, lovely approach, lovely putt. Pressure right back on James. They're both at 22 on.
Otherwise, it's incredibly naive.
We've got 3 holes, 3, 4 holes to play. 8, 9, 10, and 8. 9, 10. Okay. We're just crossing over the FPO fairway. Watching. Looks like MA40 are going down the 18. So actually our delays at the start just means we've had a nice clear course in front of us. Otherwise we would have been waiting a lot on the tees because there seems to be a pretty big hold up here. A couple of holes out in front. We've got 1 hole in front of us now. So this is an interesting one for Joe. He left-handed can definitely attack this basket. From the blues, not easy. From here in the reds, this is on. It's only about 60 metres. And the big hyzer is well on for this for a left-handed player. Whereas the right-handed players probably be going for low skip shots with the forehand. Or just playing safe for an easy 3. But there's a lot of risk in the big hyzer play here because there is OB hunting the basket left and right. And you can get some unfortunate rolls from the basket mound. So it's interesting one. It's an aggressive play from Joe, but I think left-handed he's got to go for it. He's going to put it up there towards the top of that yellowish tree on the left and just have it swing around. The mistake here is to go in early, but I don't think we'll get that from Joe. Oh, he's lower than I thought it would go, but that works. It's not as aggressive as I thought he was going to go. It's a sort of safe way of doing it. He's going to still be 15 metres out. Is he close than that? I'm being told by the locals that I'm totally wrong and that he's right near the basket.
Well, I can see on that.
Oh, we've got dash cam, of course, so I can just wander over there and see that. Yeah, that puts a lot of pressure onto James because he's a right-handed player and James does not have the best sidearm in the world. There's not really an attacking line here. There is a flared skip if you've got the sidearm. It's tricky. The blues normally play from another 50 metres back from this red tee where you're really looking for a positional shot and then second attack.
Nicer.
So Daniel's gone for the first sidearm we've seen from him. He's got the height a bit early. Should be safe, but sawed off in the corner. It's a tricky one. So Charlie's not even thinking that sidearm here. He's going Annie with a putter. Well, this, if it works, is going to be a highlight shot for us. Because that is going to have to go very wide to the left and keep the angle the whole way back around. So I'm looking forward to seeing this one. And he's done exactly that. Just too early. Oh, it's a great bid. I mean, he would need to go even further left, I think, right up higher and just have a cruise. But it was a nice attempt. So Matt, I would imagine, has a fairly serviceable side on. As an ultimate player. Tends to have a flick, especially an inside-out one. That will go too straight. Could be OB long. Might get away with it. Don't think he has. Hard to tell. But James is going side-on. He's actually going half. He's not going for the skip low. He's got a good up to about 80 metre side-on. I don't think he's got much more than that. So this will be interesting to see. Okay, so disc has just come out of nowhere and we don't know where from. That was just a bit off-putting on the tee. He's got it all wrong there, I'm afraid. He's stayed in bounds, so he's still got a chance, but it's not an easy chance from there. He hasn't dropped the stroke for the OB, but that's not what he wanted at that stage of the fight. So
So if you
moving
go
up
OB
to...
along here, the locals just throw them back over.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Right. That's where that came from. Right. So yeah, apparently Joe is in a very good position. I missed it on the camera over here. It looks like Catch Cam picked it up. Oh, there might be a line in there. He's out of bounds. Ooh, and in a horrible position. That is not ideal.
James is inbound.
Oh, he's inbounds. Okay, I'm sorry, everybody. James is inbounds. Okay, well, that is a lifeline if he is, because he still has a chance to get back up. Don't know how, because it's going to be a very difficult shot from here. So yeah, he is in bounds, which is great. It's going to be a side-arm flick out and trying to just get somewhere to give himself a chance at a putt and put the pressure back on Joe. And this is a green where this can roll. This can, you can have a, be within circle, take a putt and find yourself OB. It can be brutal, especially with the swirling wind, tricky conditions. But I'm not quite sure, looking at the lie that James was at just then, what he's got to look at. There's room around to the left side of this tree, but then there's other trees guarding. So it's going to be a very small little gap he's got to find out. He can just skid his way through, give himself something, give himself a chance. The wind's just picking up again. You'll be feeling it in there because it's more exposed than where we are. It's really feeling this sidearm. It's never his most confident stroke. It's too low. Skip's good. He's given himself a chance. He's given himself a chance. It's a good shot. It's just a bit too low too early. He's probably circle's edge. He can make this putt, but it was staring down a headwind, staring down a gallery behind it. And with the pressure of the British Championships on the line, it's a big putt to make.
In my opinion, on your lie,
just checking on Matt Parsley's lie. Apparently the disc coming back over was a local throwing back over the edge. That happens here whenever they go over. So he was out of bounds. Should have a clear line to the basket just about, or at least a line to the basket. And we can see where Joe's disc was. He is within about 6-7 metres. Uphill, into the wind, but should be makeable. So there's a 2 there. James is fighting for 3. And that fight for the 3 could turn into a 5. That's the big problem he's got here. But he can't really afford to let 2 shots go here, so he's got to go. That's a lovely played shot from Parsley. Fight sidearm flick to the basket. And now next to out the trees on the right, so we've got Charlie on the knee. It's very thick here. If you haven't got around the corner, there's not a lot of room. I think he might have found a little tunnel going from the knee. And could we even see a bit of a glory shot? Is he going to give it a run? I think he is, It looks like he's giving it a run. What a shot. Good effort. Good to see. Yeah, smallest of small gaps there, and he's giving it a go. Not sure who we're waiting on here. Is it Daniel? Yep.
James.
So Daniel Adelie up. It looks like he's pushed through most of the way, so he should have a bit of a look. The ground here on the corner has got really, really cut up in today's tournament. All that rain this morning. It's going to take a lot of grass seed to try and fix this one. Possibly even a rerouting of the hole for a while. Shorten tee position, basket position. Yes, so he's pulled out the Ultra Star for a tiny little window. This is fun to watch. Air bounced Ultra Star, gave it a run, but he's gone OB. He's gone OB. Nothing to lose, might as well give it a run. Why not? You don't often see air bounce utilised in disc golf, it's nice to see what it is. Or when done intentionally at any rate, as opposed to unintentional air bounces.
It will be.
So it's going to be James now, and all sorts of pressure on this putt. He circles edge. He makes it. He puts the pressure back on Joe. He misses it from here. There's a good chance of going out of bounds long. And he could possibly go 2 or even 3 stroke swing at this stage. He's got to take it on. He's got to go for it because Joe's in a position where you'd expect him to make it. He's got a big putt and he's got to pressure it. And rain's coming down again, the wind is swirling. He's gone for it, but it's never really had a chance. He's in for 4. Joe is going to be looking at this and thinking, I've got 2 strokes if I make it. What's in his mind right now? Is he thinking, I'm going to make it? Or is the doubt creeping in? So for this time, 2 holes to go and get 2 strokes on arrival. By just putting it in now. He makes these putts all day, every day.
There's not many left-handed holes.
But 6-7 metres, headwind, elevated basket, OB directly behind him. Gives you 2 strokes. Missing it could get calamity.
Joe, just watch your foot.
Number of pre-pumps here as he settles himself. Tries to get that weight shift dialed in, tries to get feet feeling good. You can see his back heel raised. And he makes that's a very good putt under pressure. That is a British Championships winning putt under pressure. Fantastic shot there from Joe. Fantastically played hole from Joe that came from just the right time. And momentum is swung. And he's got at least 2 strokes now on James. Possibly even 3. Well, I'd expect James to make this putt. So Daniel's just putting from the OB over there. This will be his 4th shot.
8. No, yeah, 10, 8, then 18.
No, go bounce this time.
Who's putting now? Oh, from OB over there.
And then
So we've got 2 holes to play after this. We're moving on to hole 10, which is always the muddiest of tee pads. Can be a bit slippy out there. Oh, he just spits out and a roll. This is what this hole does to you. It's now about where Joe was. It's going to be Daniel up again. Looks like the MP40s have just finished up. Ian Mcdougall is carrying the trophy.
who came 3rd in your 3-person division?
Which I don't think was a big surprise after the scores going into it. So we got Charlie O'Brien to finish up. This will be a 3 for him. Lovely second shot. Yep. Oh, I tried to lift on him. Those pill putts, wind around, they're always scary, however close you are. And Daniel's got 6 metres now, other side. Wind sort of dropped down here, it doesn't feel windy at all. Very nice.
Good.
That's in for 5, I think. And James needs this to stay within 2 strokes. He can get 2 strokes back in 2 holes. It's unlikely, but he can.
Disappointing.
So Matt is just trying his disc, trying to get his foot in on the slippy bank. On the very slippy bank. He's going to straddle to the top. He can't even get the foot behind at the moment.
Take a knee, Parsley.
I'm not taking a knee on that.
Take a stick. Yeah, thank you.
So yeah, that probably doesn't count as being an artificial weight over an inch. He's got to do something to be able to get a foot behind.
Take a knee.
This is not an issue I've seen before.
Anyway, surely.
Here we are, British Championships in the swirling rain, and he makes the putt whilst feet are slipping away under him. Yes, this hole might be closed off for receding over the winter. as that has turned into a slick, I'm afraid. And James putts out for his 4. So he has now dropped down to
20 disc golf in your best brogues.
1 under par, and Joe moves up to 24 under par. That's 4 under par for the round. Playing really well. So he's not a left-hander to hold him up, although he does have a low side on. Skip through, so from that point, he might be even better place than the backhand. So it was a tricky hole, the hole to the 10th hole. There's not really a clear line to the basket. We're looking to go under a low canopy. Really, a skip up to the basket works well, so if he does have that forehand out, could be the option. Catch the edge and just skip it on. I've gone too far, walked straight off the end of the tee. I don't know where I'm going. Hey, I'm playing today. No, I'm not. I'm definitely not. Oh, catch cam just going past. Oh, the weather's getting really miserable now. You can see this tee pad is always the wettest, muddiest, slippiest one on the course.
Bit of local knowledge, this is the hardest.
This is the hardest hole?
Blue on 10, I think.
Blue 10, hardest hole in the course. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. 2s are there. You can definitely pick up the 2.
You can.
But it's very easy to go long OB. It's something I see too many people do, where they just straighten up to
and 4. Plus all unit transfer. Hole 2.
Yeah.
Hole 3 needs to go. Hole 3.
I normally do 5, so.
It's a great score of 5, why not? You have more bang for your buck than a 5.
3, 4, 4, regular hole 4.
But it's a tricky one. You can't really see it. The basket's tucked around to the left-hand side. There used to be a high line once upon a long time ago.
You can still get it
go over the
through under those branches there and above the 2 trees. There's a gap there. If you thread it through there, you can get it near the basket.
I think what we'll see are low skippy shots here though, with overstable discs probably, trying to catch the rim, catch the edge and skip to the basket. Big power players might just go for the low lie drive, but I never trust this tee to really put the weight forward, get the weight down. It's a scary one.
We watched the lead card this morning, and all 5 players threw a different shot.
Did they? Okay. Well, it could be in for a treat then.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of room for filming here. We're just checking scores. There might be a scoring disparity at some point.
Home at 4.
Is it 4 o'clock?
20 past 3. Unless you're getting a helicopter.
So we were a little bit slower than I'd hoped. We were hoping to get finished up about 1:30. We're not quite there. A few teething problems starting, but the play is not been as quick as you would hope. But we should be wrapping up in about half an hour's time if you're still with us. 2 holes to play. Yeah, I hope you've been enjoying the footage. We've been working on the fly a bit in pretty horrible conditions. We've got lots of other things we want to add for future streams. We know what we want to do. It'll be the whole flyovers, it will be the graphics for birdies, bogeys, pars, all the rest. So it might be a separate editing desk rather than just cameraman editing.
Yeah.
It's a bit too much going on. But we know what to do. We know what to do for the future. So we have Joe O'Brien up first. I'm assuming we're going to be getting left-hand forehand. I'm just going to run out there so I can actually see. Is Charlie first or is it Joe?
No, it's Joe.
I'm just going to run out. Get up here so I can actually see what's happening because I can't really see from the tee. So excuse my. Up towards the catch cap. This is Joe. Dismay disc. low line power, and it's gone high.
No.
Yeah, Andy, do you mind standing that side? Because I'm going to forehand.
Oh, go for it. It's exciting.
That's good.
Whoa, come on. So close.
Get up and down from there, Dan.
Not very nice behind this brick. But they should still be able to pick up the fairly straightforward 3, but 2's a really far from them. Miraculous.
First one got 2.
I'm walking over where about there. Now there he is. Yeah, still on into that hot which might be why the crowd's not happening from over there, but fantastic job. Yeah, just see it, there he is. Ollies. But to be fair, he struggled to get out from there. He's got so it's up, James up first. I don't know what he's going to throw here. He's in a very tricky position. I mean, he can just throw a fairly easy backhand hyzer to within 5-6 metres. Just coming short of it. It depends whether he's trying to get to the... Interesting to see. If he's trying to get to the basket, he's going to have to forehand it. Yeah, he wants to. He's lining up the forehand. Starting to get dark out here. Is a brilliant. That is an absolutely brilliant shot. Yeah. Got to execute. Charlie's going to go. Low backhand. He's turned over a bit far. But nice little tree kick back. Now this should suit Joe. Landed easy.
Do that every time, you'll be sorted.
Really see. You expect him to be an easy up and down 3 here,
but literally just on a load of leaves.
Stranger things have happened. That hollow line, if he goes long, you can get into lies in there from experience, where you can miss from sort of 3 metres away. It's spiky and the lines are not good. Daniel might just be stepping up and getting going because the rain is pouring again now. He is. He's absolutely going for it. Got there, I think. Fired it. Pull the risk out. And does it very well. Should be an easy for him from there. Where his fantastic forehand roller ended up. He's not going to like the end of it, but it was such a lovely shot. It's probably be Matt up and then Daniel, possibly even Daniel up first. Wow, thank you. I've got an umbrella held over me. The rain is pouring down yet again. They really are getting the worst of conditions to try this first live stream for them. So if we can do it in this, we can do it in anything. That is around about 7 metres. Holly bushes all over the place in front of him, so really obstructed line. I'm sure he can stretch to find the line, but it's not going to be an easy putt. If he makes it, it will be a very good one. He's just marked his disc, giving his disc back to his caddy. Oh, Daniel having a run with the Ultra Star. I think he's at the stage where he just wants to finish now. Which is understandable in these conditions. We're all feeling a bit like that. And that's trying to look, can he go low and sort of bounce it up? Has he got a line over the top? Can he stretch right, left? Oh, I thought he'd done it again there. Good effort from that position. It should be fairly simple tap outs for the rest of them. There's no real wind on it. It's a nice secluded spot on the course. Charlie with the slam dunk. Oh dear. Yeah, stars. Maybe not the best things to putt with. Top tip for our younger audience. Use a putter. That's what they're there for. Right, we're moving on to hole 8 of the blue course, which is hole 8. Oh, sorry, hole 8. It is teeing off under a large canopy of old oaks and beeches, I believe, which form a tunnel about 30 metres short of the basket. They've actually just walked out before they finished off, but I'm pretty sure they'll tap those in for threes. Yeah, so there's a big line of, I think there are oaks and beeches down there that give a lovely natural avenue all the way to the basket here. You hit early, you're not making you two. But if you can slide one all the way in, it just feels great. I don't think the lines that used to be there are there anymore, so there used to be a left-hand hyzer or a right-hand hyzer. These poplars have grown up beautifully inside, so these are club planted ones. And they're looking great. So Joe has consolidated his lead, 2 shots up. James managing to hold on to the par there to stay with him. And so that is Joe is on 23 under. I've got wrong somewhere. I thought it got to 24. James on 21 under. Matt Parsley on 13 under. Oh, Charlie O'Brien catching that 12 under. I didn't realise it was getting that close. And Daniel Adelie 5 under.
He's just taking a double bogey there.
Yeah. I think he's had enough now, isn't he? Yeah, this is one of the really fun ones on the course. 78 metres. The challenge is there. They've got Obi on the left, Obi on the right. Just throw it straight down the middle. Easy, right? Hardest shot in disc golf.
Banged my head on the basket yesterday.
Tish, yeah, very nice. So I'm afraid we are running a lot longer than we expected to. Hoping all our batteries are lasting on the cameras. As we were hoping to be done in about 2 hours, and we're a bit more than that. To the tune of 3.5. I believe the FPO may have just finished up on 18. So we're playing this Joe's one left-handed. Looks like he's going for a hyzer bomb. Okay. Yep, he's lined up the wide hyzer with Firebird, I think. It's risky. If it's made it, he's good. If he's not, that's a problem. Because he may have just opened the door for James again. That's a very risky play there from Joe. I'm not sure it was necessary at this stage. I think 2 shots up, just put it down the middle. Just like this from Charlie. Oh, it's made it past the first. That's good. Looked like it might have been a Mcneese or something, possibly. He wants his Casterblasters, Charlie. That's got mid-range rock, probably. Can't tell. It looks like one of the new Latitude ones. Oh, just an unfortunate kick. Right, Luton's there with one of his trusty rocks. He would have been throwing this one for year after year after year. Knows it inside out. If it gets the turn, it's great. Oh, it's first tree. He's easy up and down for the 3. You can run or 2. It really depends on whether Joe's OB or not. If I move it in. I'm surprised Daniel's going with the driver there. He's got away with it. Wasn't the shot we were expecting. Right, we've got to go back into this rain.
Yeah.
It is hammering it down now, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely hammering it down. Horrible, horrible underfoot. We've got to drive home in this as well. Lovely.
So, all the M6 is open. From the spot, yeah. First one. Oh my God. You've got a favourite one. I think it's over there.
We've got Daniel up first, 30 odd metres out. Well, a bit more than that. Maybe those trees only start at 20 metres. Trying to keep the microphone wet, dry now. It's really coming down. It's a bit long. I think he was running it again. So it'll be James up next. We still haven't got a definite call on Joe whether he's in or not. I think he is in bounds. As the gallery builds up down the sides, umbrellas out. So James has got 20, 25 metres, 30, something like that. He's run it. It's not high enough though. But it's easy up, easy 3. Just checking now, I'm just walking up the touchline to see where Joe ended up. Still can't see him. Oh, he's in by a whisker. Oof. That was a risky shot from Joe, a really risky shot. That is in by 15 centimetres.
Doing 1 hour 40 minutes on this round of 9 holes.
Jesus. Sorry about that. Our camera battery just ran out in the absolute pouring rain. Microphone went with it. This is Matt Parsley from about Circle's Edge, 10 metres. Nice, not enough. Oh, it is absolutely hammering down. The raindrops are actually heavy on my back. It's that wet. We missed out on Joe's putt. He's up there on the edge. He was just in bounds. So Charlie skidded on. Looks like he's got about a 7-8 metre putt. 7 metres. Oh my God, how is it getting worse?
How? I didn't know it was possible.
You said it was going to get better this afternoon. We saw some sunshine today. This is horrendous. Wind is now kicking up as well. That's Charlie's warming his fingers up as it's gone very cold all of a sudden. It's going to drop down into his palm stroke. Flex that knee, push back up, kick with back leg, and miss by a mile. Oh, it's just too cold and wet to hold on. He's tried to dry his hands, but by the time he's gone to putt, his hands are soaking wet again. It's, James is looking to just tap out. We've got Daniel putting straight back towards us. So the thing we've seen is he's not really trying for fourth place now, but that was for a straight there for Charlie that could have levelled him up with Matt Parsley. So it's a real shame. It just looked like one of those putts where your fingers get wet, where you just don't feel right. Playoff from where? I think I'll be at the stage, just take my money. Right, Charlie to finish off. No, he's missed again. Oh, it's just come to that stage. He doesn't trust it coming out his fingers. The finger spin is gone. You get that wet and cold and you can't get your fingers working. And you just suddenly lose any trust of the release in the putt. I'm afraid is what's just happened there to Charlie. Joe tapping out for 3. He's moving into hole 18 on the...
Ouch. Last one. Down there.
Right. Blue 9. Blue 18.
That's it.
Then we can wrap up.
Change the on the screen.
It's 21 under par. This hole can swing things. There's a headwind, the rain is pouring, the tee pad is slick, there's mud coming onto it. If you can hold your nerve here,
Whoa!
Yeah! Our umbrella has just disappeared on us.
Thank you.
I'm aware there's people around.
No, you should be late. 20 minutes late.
That's actually a lot of
1, 2 long, 3 back, 4 in. I thought it was OB, so that's why I put it 5. It's good. Alright.
Check it live. I've got 2 check.
Are you in a battle with Charlie, Matt?
He's still doing the scores. Still doing the scores. Come on, John. No. No. Good luck.
Good luck.
Hey, boys.
Good luck. Good luck, Steve.
Cheers, good luck.
Good luck carrying that umbrella, mate.
It's hard work.
You'll get a trophy, yeah?
Bags.
Just the right arm.
That's the problem. Let's go.
Who's up? Whose go is it?
Just go golf.
Let's go. Who's going?
Anybody.
Anybody.
It is you. Matt, James, Charlie Dan.
Charlie Daniels?
Nope. Picking in the red band, picking out.
Zero wind. Who's up?
Charlie. Get down, get down.
That'll do.
Find out after the break. Daniel! Did Matt throw yet?
Yeah.
Sorry, the other one.
You're the last one.
Just you, mate. Green chinos.
That's good.
He loves this hole. Oh, nice shot.
From there.
Oh, good shot? Yeah.
Yeah, keep
Maybe the bad throw now. They went to the poor throw there, so they should be around there somewhere, I think.
Yeah.
Over that way.
If you didn't have pouring rain. So James, I think, actually has an unobstructed look. Just knows him to. Oh, he didn't even go for it. Question that choice. I feel with 2 shots there, I needed to put more pressure on Joe, but fair enough. It is pressure of the British Championships. It's got 20 metres to put the disc down in 2 shots, 3 shots. You can afford to put it all the way over to the left here, all the way over to the basket, and then drop it in. He doesn't need to go for this. I would say that was a risk, it's not worth taking. But he's now going to make a 7-8 metre putt obstructed with a tree in front, which would give him his... Probably got it anyway. I can't do the maths anymore, I've lost all.
Probably Parsley.
Oh!
Charlie.
Yeah.
Good finish, good three. They're all going to tap out now and let Joe walk off.
Joe, wait till last. No. Yeah, wait till last.
Charlie in with the turbo putt. James Sportney congratulates him on the way through. He's going to putt out for his three. Leaving Charlie to make his 2-metre putt in front of the gallery. The British Championships win. Your winner, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Thank you, sponsors.
Right now?
Yeah, to the camera.
Alright. Oh my god. It's been like pretty much a life ambition of mine. Like ever since I was growing up, you know, I was 4 years old. I was watching all the UK players, you know, winning this event, and I've always wanted to do it. And I've finally fucking done it. I'm sorry for the language, but I'm just over the moon. I want to thank Catch the Spirit and my dad for supporting me through all of it, and my mum for giving me a lift, you know, here and there and all that sort of thing, and everyone in Manchester who's supported me, and to Charlie who's been awesome, and Matt Parsley, all my teammates, and everyone on the card, and just everyone, yeah, over the moon. Thank you so much.
Cool.
I'll be back.
Cool. Congratulations. 2021 British champion Joe Bryant, everybody.
Hurd Messenger, OTD.
Good looking at me, I was like, I've got to thank him.
Here's your bag, Jeff.
And to the caddy, obviously. To Joshy. And to Steve. Oh, sorry.
You get it again in a minute.
Well done, Jay.
And to James as well. Sorry.
Richard.
We done?
Sorry, this is.
It's just yeah. Yeah.
This is fine.
Okay, we're just going into that.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So there's not really much more to say, but thank you very much for joining us. If you've battled through however many hours we're up to now, because it's been a bit longer than we were expecting. Thank you very much for joining us from I want to say sunny Manchester, but it's pretty horrible now. It's been great fun here. This is the first time we've tried this. I hope it's you've enjoyed it. We've enjoyed bringing it to you, and we know what we need to do for future, and we will be back again to do more. Congratulations to Joe O'Brien, to James Luton, to Matt Parslow, to the full card there. Sorry we couldn't bring you more from the FPO field, where Rachel Turton was the winner. And congratulations to everyone at Manchester. It's always a fantastic place here to come. They do an incredible job on the course. Get involved with the local club if you are local. Come out and help them, because they need all the help they can get to just keep up this brilliant facility we've got. And we will see you at the next one. Thank you very much. Bye from us.
Thank you.